Gam, my brother from Idaho, my Idaho brother. I can't even say it. Dog, I said Gam. Unfucking-believable. I'm all over the place. J.O., what's going on?
Get it the fuck together. Holy shit.
I am out of it right now. I mean, like, it's going to be one of them fucking things. Holy shit. And my sib from another crib. Gam Z1 with the blue, loving the atomic. What's up?
Hello, everybody. I'm actually going to be on camera today because I got a new hairdo, so I want to show it off.
Show it off. Atomic blue like the big guy himself. And last but not least, from the great state that is the tri-state, that is a thing. Go New York, go New York, go! Even though he's from Jersey. My brother Shin Rob Jarrett, a.k.a. Robbie Butterfuck over there.
Robbie Butterfuck over there with a beer. Hell yeah. One try. I love it. How you going, everybody?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Crack them sons of bitches. Boom. It's time to get down as we got a comment off the bat. I'm wondering what you're here for. JR, would you do the honors?
Mecha JR says, what's up?
What up?
Mecha JR, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. All right, everybody knows first things first, right? We got to do it. We got to talk about it. First things fucking first. I saw Sinners a couple weeks ago. It was fantastic. Everybody should go see it, whether you go see it in the theaters or you wait for it to come out on a VOD. I'm going to buy it as soon as it drops digitally, and then I'm going to buy it when it drops 4K. Fantastic movie. Everybody needs to see it. Sinners, definitely Ryan Coogler's best movie. That's all I'm going to say about that, because news broke today. I told you it was going to be fast. Motherfucker, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, buddy.
Off the bat, listen, ladies and gentlemen, buckle in, strap in, whatever you want. Buckle up, strap in, get ready. All right? Make sure you fit in the chair or don't get on this ride. End the story. Motherfucking Godzilla X Kong is in production, and the tagline, the fucking name of this movie is Supernova. Billion things come flooding in at once. First off, I love the name. I fucking love it. It's so not legendary, and I fucking love it. Supernova. We're getting legit superhero Kong and Godzilla, and we already started it last movie. So why not? We're going for broke now, people. But I can't even talk anymore. I will get into my spiel as we go down. I'm gonna save you, JR, for a minute because I see you. I'm gonna start with my sip from another crib. What do you think of this title and the idea that they did this viral marketing scheme promoting that they are in production now?
So, first things first, the name. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that the logo for it. I love that the implications of it. You know, I've been asking for an alien invasion plot since fucking GVK, KOTM, something like that. So to get maybe even the slightest hint of that's what's happening, perfect. The actual teaser trailer itself, chock full of things. If you actually stopped, paused, paid attention to shit like that, right? So apparently Rio had a multi-billion-dollar reconstruction happen in between movies. That's confirmed. And there's apparently pyramids popping up all over the world that look like those pyramids in the Hollow Earth. Which, what is the implication of that? And the fact that these pyramids look so crystalline. And then, if you notice, with the zooming in and the revealing of the phone number that you can call, and the operator telling people to call this number in case of Titan emergency and all that, there's a string of binary code that appears on that computer screen. And somebody went in and translated that binary code, because binary code can be translated into common words. And what that binary code is, it repeats itself 3 times, is Godzilla Kong, not X, just Godzilla Kong, watch this space. And it repeats it 3 times, and each time it kind of even like emphasizes the the spacing between the last word, watch this space, and the beginning of it again with Godzilla. Watch this space, Godzilla. You see where I'm getting at here, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, he's saying that Kong is telling Godzilla, yo, watch my space, give me some personal breathing room here, or I'm gonna hit you again in the mouth.
Nah, bro,
Sure.
they asking for friend requests on MySpace. That's all it is.
Oh, let's get back to the OG indeed.
Oh yeah, MySpace. That's a throwback right there. Thank you for that, Rob. I love you. Fucking overall, this is exciting, and like all of that talk that we was talking about with like, that one leak from like a month or maybe 2 months ago, with all the big Titan war and people trying to close up the Hollow Earth portals, all that shit out the window with this Supernova title. We're getting aliens. We're getting space. Let's go.
Are we? Rob, talk to me.
Huh?
What do you think? Title, everything.
Well, it's not what I think, it's what I know. Everybody is completely wrong. There's no space, there's no aliens, there's no galaxy hopping whatsoever. This is all confirmed information, by the way. This is actually a marketing pitch to do a special on HBO with Neil deGrasse Tyson and Godzilla and Kong. I'm sorry. It's not a real thing. Okay, but in reality,
I'd watch that. I watched the shit out of that.
I would too. I would love to hear Neil deGrasse Tyson explain Titan physiology. But it's a name. It's a name. I'm not insanely hyped. I'm not like losing my shit. I'm glad we have a release date and a release year that is not just floating in limbo. This is concrete. We have something. And no more Junkie XL. Happy. That's it.
I don't know. I think Junkie would fit this movie perfectly with the name Supernova being the title. I mean, come on. JR, before you get your rocks off, would you care to?
So, Mega JR says, I have a feeling I called this so long ago.
Oh, Mecha JR.
Dawn says, hi, guys.
What's up, Dawn?
Yo, Don.
Mega JR says, and the fact that the pyramids create anti-gravity... Stop. I sent an onion.
And then
Spider-Man! His side bros, it's time for us to stand up.
Oh,
yeah, I love
Yes,
remakes
it
of Hestai
is.
movies.
Yes, it is.
That's right, Spider-Man. See, once again, we on the side of truth, justice, and the 1990s way, baby. All
So
right.
we're happy that they're remaking pieces of shit?
Oh,
No,
To make
I'm
them
not.
better, of course.
the end of the month.
I'm not happy that they're remaking Hestai movies at all.
Well, I don't think they're technically
Because-
remaking Heisei movies.
It's a little too close. Look,
How is this close?
Yeah,
hear me out.
This is all speculation at this point.
If it's speculation, yeah, I get that. But if we're going down this route, Godzilla versus Kong is literally Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2, but instead of Rodan, it's Kong.
There's no baby in that one.
Don't matter. Then you could say 1974 Godzilla. And then we have
I can see that.
fucking... if this movie is what it's rumored to be, you just replace Mogira with Kong. Starting to notice the pattern of boredom here. Get bored. Now, Supernova, that's not even a reach. It's literally face value shit. Supernova is a fucking, what is this? What is this tacky ass name? This is a bad name. I'm sorry. Godzilla X Kong Supernova?
Yes!
That sounds so cool. What are you
If
talking
you're
about?
fucking 12, I'm a grown ass adult. This
Who
is
the fuck has
tacky
this
as
series
shit.
been for the past fucking 30 years? Maybe even longer. Who the fuck has this series been for? 12-year-olds.
Oh, really? I didn't know 12-year-olds were able to walk into a PG-13 movie.
When the fuck has the Godzilla movie in the fucking Heisei or the Millennium series been PG-13? Shut up.
Well, I mean, if you want to make that argument, Godzilla vs. Megalon has a tank in the background, and so does Terror of Mechagodzilla. So, name's terrible. Space Godzilla. I'm sorry. No. And here's why. It's the same fucking thing that I said. I like to repeat myself every fucking time news comes out. Everyone got hyped about GXK The New Empire. Out of the 4 of us, 1 of us likes that movie. Everyone was disappointed. What's happening again? Oh my god, fucking Space Godzilla. Oh my god. And then the movie will come out, and no one will fucking like it again.
Rodan, my guy.
Yep.
That would be fucking cool, but like for me, this ain't it. Monsterverse Rodan, it's Rodan Supernova Rodan rather than Fire Rodan.
Give it to
I'd
me
be
all
fine
day,
with that.
baby. Give it
I'd be fine with that.
day.
And then Monsterverse Rodan says Void Ghidra, clearly it's multiverse invasion. Jesus fucking Christ. No.
Yeah, best Ghidorah.
Look, this series, it's gone fucking downhill. And if it really goes the Space Godzilla route, I'm sorry. Why is it that we won't want Destroya? Because, oh, that's supposed to be Godzilla's biggest blah, blah, blah. And it won't work for the Monsterverse, but we'll allow fucking Space Godzilla and say, oh yeah, Alien Invasion and Space Godzilla works for the Monsterverse. But Destroya doesn't.
So we're over here automatically claiming that it's this guy, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, look at the color scheme. Look at the color scheme. Look at the color scheme. I'm not mad at it. I'm totally all right. No, I'm not. You know, I don't want to see more. I don't want to see more Toho Kaiju in the Monsterverse. But I will say this. I am just so happy it is not Destroyer. I really, really am. I don't want to see Destroyer. What? I'm sorry. Jay, that's what it is.
Listen.
Space Godzilla.
Literally everything that Space Godzilla is in, that's not his original movie, is good. So let's fucking go.
Listen, if it is Space Godzilla, this has to be one of the forms. I mean, I need to see this thing.
I don't think you can get away with putting Space Godzilla in an anything without showing the Crystal Flight form.
Yeah.
I think, oh God, fuck me. That's disgusting. I'm a vile piece of shit. Burn me at the stake. What was I saying? Yeah, like, I feel like you have to do this. And I'm going to be real. I'm a bit of a nothing burger for the movie right now. But if Space Godzilla is going to be in it, I feel like we've kind of just been preparing for it at this point.
Yeah.
The entirety of GXK's finale and the anti-gravity and everything. I don't know. This feels not offensive. Personally. Just personally.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel offensive because Space Godzilla in and of himself, let's be critical here. Why? That's it. Just why?
Look,
why does this exist?
If you're going to do this, don't do Space Godzilla, do Crystal Godzilla, and he's deep in the Hollow Earth creating the anti-gravity crystals. I'd be more fine with that than the fucker coming from space.
But that's even lamer than the idea of a space, like, flying Godzilla.
I remember when this series used to be grounded in somewhat of reality.
I remember when this series was dark and gritty back in the 50s.
That doesn't... this whole Monsterverse thing was supposed to be realistic. King of the Monsters pushed it, but still was there. GVK pushed it, but was somewhat there. And then GXK said, nah, fuck that. I'm done.
Let's go flying.
Yeah, fucking... Wingard was preparing us for the worst. As Mecha JR says, Destroyer could work, but he would be the biggest bad of them all. Yeah, and
Yes.
just don't make movies after that.
Don't make them at all.
Spider-Man says if it's a space guh, I just want him to curb stomp Godzilla and simply leave Earth rather than get killed.
That's fucked up and funny though. That
He
is,
just fucks him up and just leaves.
right?
And then it's a whole other monster for the rest of the movie.
For the rest of the whole movie, hell yeah.
Monsterverse Rodan says, jokes aside, I'm indifferent to whatever they do with the Monsterverse at this point after King of the Monsters. Yeah.
There's a
And
lot.
then and Spider-Man says, Kong Skull Island is a gem. Yeah.
Absolutely.
God,
But
I
even that
remember
movie was kind of goofy.
simpler times, man. Simpler
Yeah,
times.
that was the movie that started the goofiness, but with the funny, haha, jokey Vietnam War vets and Marlowe being portrayed by John C. Reilly, one of my favorite comic actors of all time, and he still kills it as being a comic actor because he's a comedic character. And the monsters fighting in the middle of the daytime. That was all established in Kong Skull Island.
It's very good too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking at this again, and everybody's quick, because yes, you know what? If anything, Space Godzilla was set up, but what if? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but-
But what
Nah.
if?
no.
If it's Gigan, then there has to be an alien humanoid race that wants to conquer Earth that accompanies him. If it's Space Godzilla, he can operate on his own,
This
and
is very true.
and you don't need that.
But this is also a series of what you could call reboots. Not every monster from the Toho verse is going to hopefully be the exact same fucking thing that it was in the Heisei period or the Showa period.
True.
You know,
True.
if you're gonna take these characters and put them in a new canon, have a little bit of fun with them.
Right? I
Agree
mean, maybe have like Space Godzilla be created by the aliens, and then we get William Dafoe as fucking the controller of Planet X.
Ah, crap!
Absolutely.
I wanted to pull that. I forgot to. Damn it.
That first image you sent was horrifying, Gam Gam. That shit,
I loved it.
my sack curdled.
I mean, look, with Space Godzilla, I wouldn't mind it being an alien race that created it, or even some funky ass scientist on Earth. But then we probably did that already with Mechagodzilla. I don't know. Aliens have been established. King Ghidorah's there. It is canon. It was an alien. It came from the stars.
Mm.
Space Godzilla's origin was because Mothra went to space, or Biollante had a cell fall into a black hole. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that like the official canon?
So it was a Biollante cell and a Godzilla cell were attached to fucking Mothra when she went to space, and it went through a black hole and out a white hole, because that's how that works. And then it created the most terrifying creature humanity's ever seen. And then it died in like 3 seconds.
Oh.
That's the whole plot of the movie.
That was actually one of the longest fight scenes in the Heisei, outside of Destroyer, I would say.
And it was mostly a waste of time.
Yeah.
There's some cool sounds in that movie.
There's a lot of cool things about that movie. You know what? I'm done being a downer. I have a feeling that Space Godzilla and the Monsterverse could be a nice and fresh thing to experience. Everybody's always bitching that Godzilla's not in the movies enough and that you want Toho monsters. It's like, okay, well, here you solve two problems. Godzilla's going to be in the movie a lot more, and now there's two.
Well, wasn't it the director who said he wanted to take the next installment and just roll it back a bit? Space Godzilla isn't rolling it back a bit, it's keeping at the same fucking level. We're
but
at
you
methamphetamine. Can we just come back a little bit to weed?
But,
You
but
need to
how?
understand that
When
it's not
Space
the
Godzilla-
director's choice.
Hold on.
Legendary
How is
essentially
this?
says what goes and doesn't.
Hold on. How is this continuing to jump the shark when Space Godzilla comes from what many argue to be the most grounded series in the Godzilla canon?
Because
Which
a
is based
Godzilla cell was attached to Mothra when she went to space. It went through a black hole and out a white hole, and that's how you create a Space Godzilla.
Okay,
That
but like,
doesn't
is
make
that going to be
sense.
the origin verbatim?
No.
Because
No.
that
What
can't be
fucking
the origin.
aliens
literally
creating
can't be the
Space
origin
Godzilla is any
verbatim.
better?
No, it literally can't, because there was no way Godzilla cells got into space in the MonsterVerse, because when is that? It hasn't happened.
I'm gonna tell you
So
how-
they got to find out a different way to bring
gonna-
Space Godzilla into the MonsterVerse.
I'm going to tell you how it works. When Godzilla goes and kills what's her face to become supercharged Godzilla in GXK, right?
Tiamat?
Right? Little did anybody know that there is a USO base in or around that area. So they've gotten some Godzilla cells, took it up into space, or bioengineered it underwater, thus making all those crystals grow. I am fucking spitballing here. Listen,
That would be better than space.
I want this guy. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Hollow Earth portal. Oh, hold up. All right. Let's get to the comments, because this is where I love people.
Monsterverse Rodan comes in and says, I want to know how they get Godzilla cells into space, if they even try that. Though I'd still be fine with it being a Hollow Earth mutant. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would make more sense. Spider-Man says,
Space Godzilla.
Spider-Man says, kidnap her too.
Indeed.
Monsterverse Rodan says, Hollow Earth portal mutation nonsense, perhaps. I'm okay with that. Mecha JR says, here's how we do this. Space Godzilla's Orga. He achieves his final form later.
Orga deserves better than that.
I agree. I like Orga, man.
Yeah, Orga needs to be his own separate entity from Space Godzilla.
Come on.
We need that motherfucker.
Give me an anime and give me Orga. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, if you want to see some cursed shit, I put it up in the in the Discord. So join the Discord, look at the Shoot the Shit channel, and you'll see William Dafoe as the controller of Planet X.
God damn it!
Willem Dafoe. Not
Willem
William.
Dafoe. Sorry.
Put it into Maymays or Maymays?
What?
The channel, the memes or the Maymays? I couldn't figure out.
I thought I was stroking out when you said that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell you were talking about there. Oh, look.
I have mad OCD, so whenever someone posts something that doesn't go where it goes, I freak the fuck out.
Okay, Discord mod.
No, but in all serious, let's talk about that brief teaser they did. I really like the viral Cloverfield almost marketing nature of this thing. Especially for something like this, because Monarch is established. We've, gone down this rabbit hole before. If they continue like throughout this year, and let's say leading up to the official trailer sometime next year, if they continue dropping little tidbits, breadcrumbs throughout the rest of this year and stuff for the movie, I would love it. I would love to play a game of cat and mouse.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, this is probably going to be a full ARG, with the phone number and all that.
What's that mean? I'm old.
An ARG means alternate reality game.
Okay.
It's basically a form of interactive marketing. The Cloverfield movie, for example, from 2008, did an ARG marketing campaign with the Slusho website and all that.
Right.
So it seems like they're probably even going to update monarchsciences.com and shit like that, because that was for King of the Monsters ARG campaign. If y'all remember that back in the day.
Yeah. I forgot all about that Slusho stuff. That was some fun times, man. Because I think the first time I experienced the movie theater, first off, I was hooked already. Giant monster, right? Attacking the city. Yeah, let's go. So automatically hooked. But the viral campaign that movie put out was so much fun. And again, I would love for this to do. Yes, sir.
I had a thought. Just now. What if we're looking at this all wrong? The title's Supernova, and Godzilla just got fucking supercharged. What if we're doing Burning Godzilla permanently for this movie too?
No. No.
I'm just saying.
No.
It's called Supernova.
No.
Yeah, and this banner, if you look very closely, they're stars. That's space.
Yeah, that don't matter. You know what a star does? A star is radioactive, and when it dies, it explodes. In a supernova, what is Godzilla?
A star.
He's radioactive. When he dies, he explodes.
No. Absolutely not.
You know,
like it.
I don't
you
want
just want Godzilla to die at this point.
I want this franchise to die.
He wants the franchise god. He says, give me Yamazaki all day.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Why can't we have both, man? It's dumb.
It's not that we can't have both. It's the last movie treated me like I was retarded.
Okay, but listen, that was also Wingard saying, fuck it, I'm going to just go crazy here.
That also wasn't majorly all on the director. You also have to look at the fact of very well could have been legendary.
Yeah, but I think that's where, for me, the plot's lost. Like, people sit here and say it's just following the Showa era, but it's not. It's copying what's been done before, changing it around a little bit, and then people are excusing it. Like, no. It's not how that works. People like me notice this shit, and I just don't care.
Yeah, but see, this is definitely aimed at a different set of people. Look,
I just choose to be entertained by it regardless.
I am having fun with these movies, right? All my beefs with GXK aside, this right here, I just the title is what it's cool. Like you said, it would have been. It's great if you're 12. You know what? I'm a fucking kid trapped in an old man's body. This shit is fucking nuts.
Same.
I've never seen anything Godzilla related that's like Supernova. That's just fucking dope. It's a cool fucking title. It's a cool fucking image.
Hey,
And
that's fair, man.
I'm
Like,
gonna fuck
everyone's...
everybody's heads up. Supernova is like a big bang almost. This is the beginning of the official Godzilla multiverse with the legendary properties. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pacific Rim X Godzilla X Kong.
No. Go. Leave.
No mistake about it. The
It ain't
Pacific,
happening.
No,
aliens,
It ain't happening.
aliens have created Space
Nah.
Godzilla. It's happening. Mark my words.
You're wrong.
Nah.
What's
I am
happening
Dr.
is...
Who.
Dude, what's happening is Legendary's remaking Michael Bay's Transformers movies before our eyes.
No,
We can only hope these movies can make $1 billion at the worldwide box office.
They did that one time, and that was in King of the Monsters. They never did it again. Thank God.
What? Oh, the whole last movie.
What?
You sit here and say they never did it again. They did 2 hours of it. GXK: The New Empire.
Michael Bay's Transformer movies is nothing but a bunch of dumb robot fart jokes. King of the Monsters was dumb kaiju fart jokes.
No,
Great
don't forget
action
scrotum
sequence.
jokes.
Yes,
Don't forget
exactly.
scrotum joke.
Forgot the scrotum
There
joke.
was one joke in King of the Monsters,
It was not
and
one
everyone
joke.
says that's all that movie was.
No.
Yet
It
the
was-
entirety
a
of
lot
GXK:
more
The
than
New Empire is shit, and we just ignore that.
It was a lot more than that. At least the jokes were tasteful. If they was even joking, Bernie was like the only comic relief in that movie.
And
Oh,
he was funny because he played it completely straight.
Oh, I thought
Exactly.
the whole movie was a joke, you know, with them floating around in the Hollow Earth. Shit.
Now they're gonna
I
be
didn't know
floating
that was
around in
serious.
space.
Fuck.
Now they're gonna be floating around in space when the Exilians come and
Yeah,
scoop
how do we
Godzilla.
do that? Do we put helmets on them? You're gonna see Kong with the fucking space helmet? What are we doing?
Oh, dude,
Honestly, if Playmates does that, it's Dunyan Rings for me. Astronaut Kong? Fire.
Yeah, no,
He's got to have the Guy Fieri shades in space, though. He's got to have the Guy Fieri shades in space.
dude,
Come on,
that
man.
is something straight out of a manga. I would
I mean,
totally read that.
Of course he would have to wear those shades. You know, that's raw sunlight out in space, so you got to protect your eyes.
That's right.
Monkey blind.
That is why they brought back the only person from the last movie, Trapper, because he's got to create the fucking special shades for Kong when he goes to space.
Exactly. Come on. Now.
God damn it!
Why stop at sunglasses? Why not just make him a whole spacesuit?
Dude,
Oh my God!
That's what the Beast Club. The Beast Club. Now he's gonna have the whole exosuit with the bubble on his head, bro.
Dude,
Bro,
no!
He's gonna look like a giant mecha monkey banana.
And they're gonna send him into space and fight Space Godzilla like Mogira did in Godzilla versus Space Godzilla.
And it's the best thing ever because then you can finally get Kong beating a Godzilla.
Yep.
Oh, so we're gonna do Kong getting the finishing move again. Great.
No, well, there's probably this guy that Godzilla's tangling with on Earth.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? It's an alien invasion movie. Let's get to, oh, wait, what do I do? Let's go back to that. Let's get into some comics starting with my man, Monsterverse.
Monsterverse Rodan says Vorgita is pretty great.
Vorga.
Vorga.
I know, but I thought Vorgita was funnier.
It was actually pretty fucking funny.
See me at Gem State Comic Con. Spider-Man says, I am ashamed to say I will be seated for this movie for Sam Neill alone. Here's the problem.
He is the fucking controller.
If he's the control, wait a minute.
I wouldn't be mad, but I
wouldn't be mad.
We're going back in the day where Sam Neill played weird roles.
Yes.
It wasn't a serious actor.
Yes.
I mean, it's about time.
Yeah, Sam Neill is coming back from Event Horizon. That's why it's called Supernova.
Oh, I was thinking The Possessor. If anyone's seen that one from, I think that came out in the 80s.
I was personally thinking Jurassic Park 3.
That too. Yeah. It was a downturn in his career. Monsterverse Rodan says, adopting the baby Space Godzilla. Nah, it died in Space Godzilla's hands in the comic.
I just read that comic recently too. I did. It was funny as hell.
It's a good comic.
It was pretty good, and I give him props. The art was good. The art was really good in that one.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody's taking anything away from the art.
Spider-Man says,
that's Burger King. What?
the trailer will make or break it for me. I was a hater when I saw the first GXK trailer, and it remained leading me to find the G show in my disillusioned state.
It brought us together.
Massive props, Spider-Man. Now look, if you were to go back and watch our GXK trailer reaction video, me and Gabs was like the only ones in love with that shit.
Yeah, we was the only positive ones.
Oh my god, I love
I know.
that trailer.
That first trailer still to this day does that movie no fucking justice. I'm sorry.
It's like I always said, that second King of the Monsters trailer is one of, if not the greatest trailer ever fucking made. Period.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It did KOTM too much justice.
Too much justice. And I swear to God, that would have been the greatest movie ever fucking in the Monsterverse. Maybe not. But I digress.
2014 is hard to top, man. It really is.
You know, it's funny. I'm washing cups today. I know this is way off topic. I'm washing cups today, and I go to the movies and I collect cups. And I was washing my Godzilla 2014 cup, and that shit is still in pristine condition. And I got that cup, no lie, in Jersey.
Hey yo.
I went back. I was 1 year here in Vegas, and because I moved out here in May of 2013, May of 2014, I went home to watch that movie with my brother and the rest of the OGG show. And then, and I can't lie, I get on my mom all the time about 1985, right? But she took me to see Godzilla 2014. But we had to go to Jersey. We went to the IMAX in Jersey. It was a beautiful AMC theater. And I still have that cup. And I use that cup all the time. It's in better condition than cups that I got like fucking 2 years ago. Anyway, weird ass rant. Godzilla 2014 Cup is still the best, just like the movie.
Yeah,
I agree.
But
I do like the Planet of Monsters Cup as well, though. That was a good one.
wait, what?
I had a cup.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it was in theaters in Japan.
yeah, all of them. And that was probably one of the cooler pieces of merch before,
Well, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Mm.
Oh, my man, Steve. You know what, Steve?
Kick him.
I'm about doing New York this year. Yeah, you're gonna have a conversation, Steve. We get Joey. We're gonna watch Transformers, and then we're gonna watch Godzilla 2014, and I'm gonna put you in a torture machine, bro. Like, and I ain't talking about 50 Shades either. Okay,
Steve, you're valid. You're valid, and you're loved.
How the fuck is... No, that's bad. Your opinion's bad. You should fucking feel bad.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Now, that's it. Now Game is muted for the rest of the segment.
That's a path I can't follow you down there, Gam.
I didn't say I agreed. I just said he was valid.
Gammikins, you're breaking my heart.
You know what they say? Some people are right, and some people are right in their own way, and we don't have to agree with it.
Right.
Smooth.
Like with JR, not liking this movie because of a title. When the trailer drops, this is probably going to be the most watched trailer in Godzilla history.
Probably.
And I'll still hate it.
I mean, there's people who base their whole opinion on liking a Godzilla movie by not liking the design of Godzilla, so I think JR is pretty valid.
Ooh.
Nando.
Shin Godzilla sucks.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, of course.
It's not about the design.
Listen, man, we're tossing shade right now. We're
not-
supposed to have fun with this.
What if Shin Godzilla is the supernova?
Oh.
You can't put something good in something bad. Come on.
What are you talking about? The crossover everybody wanted, right? We need to see him back. Some people are still mad that he ain't getting a sequel. What if Space Godzilla looks like a Shin Space Godzilla? That's all I'm asking.
No.
Completely different looking to what Godzilla looks like in the Monsterverse.
You could do that without him looking like Shin Godzilla.
I don't know. I'd take a Shin Space.
You'd take a lot of things.
Yep, I'd take a shit in space indeed, brother.
Well, who wouldn't take a shit in space? A part of you is going to be floating in the ether forever.
Forever.
Look,
And
if we keep talking about this supernova, I'm gonna go take a super shit. Fuck me.
Go ahead, take a super shit. We'll hold down the fort and talk
I'm gonna
about
take a super
politics.
explosion.
Whoa. All right. Steven says to my comment previously, bring it on. You know I will. And then JR.
Nana comes in and says, "A cat in a box."
Cat in a box.
Steven then says, "Isn't this one supposed to be the last one?" I fucking hope so.
I was just about to say in JR's dreams, but
Yeah.
no.
Fuck.
Yeah, I can't
Nah.
see. I can't see what they've been setting up. This being the end.
What the
No.
fuck have they set up?
We're far from the end when it comes to the MonsterVerse. Far from it.
It's making Toho way too much money.
Dude,
And they're not
everything.
spending anything. That's why they're keeping it going. They're making money and not spending it. Of course they're going to
Exactly.
keep it going.
Oh, we're gonna talk about
Busterverse
that.
Rodan says, "Shelter 54 Biolant a Zilla."
Yes,
I remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember.
That was a
shit
thing.
was so dope. And during New Year's, I did a New Year's stream, and I was just gushing over the fact that Lost Utopia Films is putting out some quality shit as a fan-made films. I absolutely love them. Shelter 54 by Zilla was dope as fuck. I really like that. Speaking of, though, I mean, if we're opening the door to Space G, right? Again, I don't want Destroyer at all. Everybody knows this. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Destroyer.
I mean, with a title like Supernova, I doubt Destroy is even on the table.
Exactly. Although,
don't doubt too hard.
Yeah. Supernova doesn't exactly invoke Space Godzilla.
I look at the
It
font.
does.
I look at the font of Supernova, and I see that Destroyer font almost somewhere in there, and it's scaring the shit out of me.
It's probably just the beer. You're fine.
No, I'm only on my fourth one. This is not this is nothing.
It's probably just the beer. You're fine.
God dang it, Rob.
It's probably just the beer. You're fine.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's probably just the beer. You're fine.
Nam Red Ips. Lost Utopia posted a recent update adding more power to his PC for his next Godzilla project, G1.
Nice.
So he upgraded his power supply? What the fuck does adding more power mean?
He obviously upgraded his PC toiletry tower so it can produce more thunder smashes so he can animate quicker and better.
I'll have you know my PC produces enough toilet paper to where I don't have to go to the store to buy any.
Pikachu, counter his thunder smash with your bolt of lightning.
What's a Pikachu?
All right, here's my question.
No.
One of the topics we got to talk about is the tariffs in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Where is this movie being made? like, are we filming here in the States? Is
Australia?
Oof. Is that 100% tariff on the film?
I don't fucking know. Trump wants to tariff Mattel as if it's his own country.
That can't be real. That just can't be real.
Listen,
Nah,
I
that's
do
real.
not like the way that they handle the Jurassic Park figures.
Oh,
I'm going to tariff them. Too much rubber, not enough lights. Or something, I don't know.
fuck. Fuck.
Listen, man,
Because,
I don't know.
this movie being made in Australia, we do try to cut costs any which way. Hollywood ain't dumb, right? We'll go to Australia, we go to New Zealand, whatever, We'll make those movies out there. Cheaper budget. Boom, we can spend more money on the special effects and all the CG stuff that's obviously going to go into a movie that's set in space.
Maybe. It's on
All right.
Space Colony Arc.
That's what I was about to ask. Gams, do you know how far in the future in canon does this movie take place?
Well, if it's coming out in 2027, right? That was actually the year that New Empire takes place on.
Okay.
So, bare minimum, it would have to probably take place in either 2031 or above.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking above because we don't. Well, no, Trap is back. So
Yeah, so if Trapper's back, it's got to be at least a couple of years.
that's the thing that kills me because if Trap is back, Gia should be at least with the fucking Iwis, right? Or back
No, she went back home with her mom.
she could go back and forth. What if what's her name died in a kaiju attack? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on. Don't say that.
But it could happen.
I mean, yeah, it could happen, but don't say that.
Did you see what happened to Serizawa and his homegirl in King of the Monsters?
Serizawa did it by choice, and Sally Hawkins died because she was too beautiful for this franchise. That's it.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was because she won an Oscar and said, fuck this.
Too beautiful.
I'm going to go with too beautiful and too talented. No. We have Sam fucking Neill. You can't say that anymore. He's Sam fucking Neill. I'm sorry, I'm
The
diverting.
controller of the Exilian race. Yes, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, to be fair, Sam Neill was in Jurassic World Dominion, and that movie gives me diarrhea just thinking about the name.
Jurassic who?
Exactly.
Huh?
That movie don't. What are you talking? That's a
What?
fan movie, bro. What?
Hey, I'm just saying.
No,
he
the
doesn't.
third Jurassic World movie is going to be Jurassic World, that new one.
Rebirth.
The rebirth.
Rebirth.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is he doesn't
With the
always
Muto
sign on to good movies.
Yeah, the Muto
Yeah.
Jurassic movie.
But Samuel, he's gonna be.
Nostalgia bait to get people to go see this movie.
I don't think that's the case because I honestly think that this is for the children. The kids don't give a fuck who's in this movie. They just want to see Godzilla and Kong. They're the stars of the movie.
Yeah, they are.
On top of Space Godzilla because he's literally a fucking star. I mean, just look at that thing. This is fucking crazy.
That does not look like a star.
That looks like
It
a
all
star.
starts with this: a gem containing the ultimate power.
Haha, you said the thing.
Space Godzilla.
You
Or
know,
Gigan.
that's what I was saying. That looks like the thing Gigan pops out of in his own movie.
If you come out of this here thing during that fucking movie, I'll wallop you and I'll fry you and then I'll stir fry you with some rice with a little bit of white wine in there so you have a bit of a sweet punch. You
All
understand?
right, who gave him acid? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's definitely
Listen,
on.
Nah, he's just talking about Gigan like he's a chicken because he is.
Yeah, that's literally it. Why you guys gotta fucking tear me down like this, bro? Like, dude,
Eat it every now and then. It's okay.
listen, man. My dad is dead, and all this other shit. And why are you letting me continue? Interrupt me, please.
No,
My God.
I'm
By all
riding the
means.
wave.
By all means.
Listen,
my
life
good
is a journey.
Giolante. That sounds like a coffee. Giolante.
I would drink Giolante. That sounds like it's a dark roast, a good
Dark
kick.
roast with an
Oh,
herbal
God.
hint. An herbal
Ooh.
hint.
So-
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know
like-
if y'all are actually aware, but Giolante is a fan AU thing where Gia becomes Biollante.
Yo,
It'd be
And
better
And
than
Gia
Space
is
Godzilla.
Erica replacement for MonsterVerse kind of thing.
if you recall the novels back in the day that Random House was putting out, the last one it wasn't the last one. I think the last one was Robot Monsters. But Godzilla at World's End, when they introduced Biollante, it was something similar to that. There was like a young girl, she was like 15, 16, who died in the Arctic and became kind of like Biollante's avatar or some shit. It was the weirdest thing. I need to go find my books and reread all those sons of bitches because I really do love those Mark Sarasani books.
Huh.
I need to get my hands on those. Missed them so much. I had them as a kid. I lost them. I'm so mad.
That sucks, man. I don't understand why something like that ain't being put out during the Godzilla boom of now. Reprints. I mean, we've got.
I don't know where the copyright situation lies with that. Because there's it's like Random House, Toho, Mark Saraceni himself. It's kind of like a Godzilla 85 situation, copyright wise.
Okay, that sucks.
That does suck.
That sucks
Fuck.
because I would love to see the fucking Godzilla and the Lost Continent. I would love to read that finally.
Yeah, after all these years, fuck.
Oh man, what if it's Varan? What if the supernova is Varan? What if it's
Varan? That would be unbelievable.
Ah!
What if it's a brand new monster? Oh, we haven't even thought about that. We're all jumping down the Space Godzilla bandwagon. You know me, I'm over here Gigan in it.
I mean,
When
if they
GX
come up with a brand new space monster, that'd be kind of freaking dope.
Why's it gotta
I'd
be
like
a
that.
space monster?
Because
we're
it's
going to space,
Supernova!
JR. We're going to space. Just admit it, we're going to
Supernova
space.
doesn't immediately invoke. It
Where
has
do
to come from
supernovas
space.
happen? Where do they happen? In space.
It's your mom. I don't know. I was thinking of a your mom joke, but no,
It's okay.
I'm thinking it's either Burning Godzilla or
We
this
saw it.
movie sucks.
Burning
Or this
Godzilla
movie
is worse
sucks.
than Space
Whatever. Fuck off.
We saw Burning Godzilla already. Now we've got Evolved Godzilla. This goes back to what we had a conversation about last year when GXK dropped, and then me and JR went on a fucking 6-hour tangent about how this next movie needs to happen. And
Well-
we get the whole Biollante sucking out the evolved form and making Godzilla, normal again, because Godzilla is the one that goes around the earth balancing nature, right? That was the gist of the legendary series. Now Godzilla is the ultimate life form. No shots taken at Shadow. And something needs to stop that from being that, because now Godzilla killing everybody in fucking Rio de Janeiro, okay? The military's on to him. We got to fuck him up. Now Godzilla's lashing out at the fucking humans, a la Gamera 3, when Gamera was like, you know what? I just realized something. I'm here for the Earth, not you fuckers. I've been around forever. You guys suck. So I'm going to kill everybody as I kill this Gauss. Perfect. And it takes Gaia, a.k.a. Biollante, to come up and say, yo, chill, bro. Cocoon the motherfucker. Make it a Kong movie as per the norm. And then Godzilla comes in at the end and saves the fucking day. That was what we talked about last year, though.
And don't nobody call it fucking Fire Godzilla, because that's fake and gay. It's burning Godzilla.
Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
Is that a thing in the fandom?
That was a thing.
It was an unconfirmed fucking thing, because it turns out that burning Godzilla doesn't have its own.
Yeah, and don't call it Thermo Godzilla either, because that's also fake.
So
it's burning Godzilla.
Isn't like the Hollow Earth the whole point? An unexplored realm that has different layers like an onion, so we don't go to space? Because we could sit there in the Hollow Earth.
Another layer of the Hollow Earth, bro.
I'm okay, dude. And what if at the mantle of the Hollow Earth there's a star and there's a monster that feeds on the radiation from that's just been awoken, and it can fucking shoot supernovas out of its face holes. Like, I don't know. Space Godzilla's dumb though.
Okay.
Space Godzilla's it's a fucking cop-out. It's literally saying we've run out of fucking ideas. We're just gonna do Space Godzilla again.
Maybe in the Heisei era.
We've run out of ideas. We're gonna do Ghidorah the three-headed monster again.
Listen,
not even fucking remotely close.
Yeah, it is.
Not even close.
Growing up, when I first got a computer and found out that there were way more Godzilla movies that came out in the 90s, seeing the Space Godzilla thing was like, oh shit, that's dope. Then I got the movie and I was like, okay, it's definitely not my favorite. All right. I'm just saying, because like the special effects took such a fucking a drop in quality in that movie.
They took that at 91 too.
No, it didn't. That shit was all fucking top notch.
We're fighting G1. Put your dukes up.
My dukes has been up. So is my
with a Mecha Ghidorah suit that literally couldn't be worn because it was too heavy, so it was just a puppet on strings.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't see what the problem is there. I really
don't. It's the same problem with Godzilla vs. Destroyer. Shit was too fucking stiff to goddamn move, and everybody calls it the devil incarnate when motherfucker didn't do goddamn anything worth of note that wasn't undone by the end of the movie.
That's why the filmmaker does those dope ass quick edits like they used to do in the Showa era, where it's just like bing bong, and it works, But again, this is something we spoke about. Growing up, you guys were still in diapers when those movies hit, if you were even alive. I, on the other hand, was there with Godzilla in a generation where I missed him. And then there he was when I was. And that's why I love those movies the way I do. If I was your age and I'm a cinema snob, the way it seems like some of you are, yeah, I could see some of your points. But that's why you also like a shit Godzilla,
bro.
XK. But I digress.
Bro, our generation grew up during the drought, where all we had was DVDs and VHSs of previous movies that already came out.
And I didn't, because all I had was the Showa era.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling a lot of ageist fucking vibes coming from this comic.
We didn't have a drought till after 2004. We had
exactly,
millennium.
and a lot of us were kids in 2004. Let's be honest. You, Rob, me, we was in like what, middle school?
Jesus. Yeah, but that didn't stop me from going to Blockbuster to get the new Godzilla movie up until 2004.
I was in 6th grade.
God,
I
Jesus.
don't even remember how old I was.
I was in.
I just remember
drunk. This sucks.
sixth grade because that's when Halo 2 came out.
Yeah, I was in 5th grade in 2004.
Yeah.
Okay, Spider-Man, let's be honest. Which version of Godzilla Unleashed, motherfucker?
What do you mean, G?
What version suck? What are you talking about?
The Wii version is fun as shit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fun as your mom.
Probably everyone else has fun.
Jesus Christ, don't respond!
Wii and PS2? Okay, that fucking... You may wiggle waggle your tongue into the Emperor's ass, but...
Okay, listen. Those games, as, you know, clunky as they might be, they're not legitimately bad like Godzilla Unleashed Double Smash for the DS.
No, that's garbage. That game's like garbage.
That game was made for 44 cents and $32.
Yeah.
In that order.
I watched that game being played on YouTube. I was like, wow, that's a thing. Oh, fuck.
I played that game to complete.
I played that game too. It was awful.
How did we go from Godzilla domination to that? I'm sorry.
Well, here's the part where we start losing everybody. Because speaking of fucking games, right?
Word, yeah.
Oh!
Grand Theft Auto!
Oh no!
Hell yeah!
GTA 6 pushed back a year. Second trailer drops. Woo! All right, we gave Godzilla a shit ton of time, and don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. We still got some Godzilla stuff to talk about, so stick around. All right, you all called it. I was being the fucking selfish prick. And I was like, it's not going to happen. The game's coming out. That's why I started lining up all my GTAs and playing them all in succession. And this morning, was it this morning? Yesterday, I beat San Andreas again for the first time since that game came out. Good God, I don't know how long.
Grove
Street, baby. So, I was so kind of upset at this because honestly, I want Grand Theft Auto 6 now. I want Grand Theft Auto 6 this year. I want to spend the $100 and whatever the fuck dollars it's gonna cost me to do it.
Yeah, that game gonna be expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is. Maybe if it comes out.
Yeah, if it comes out at all, it might get canceled next year.
The only way that this game's gonna come out at any sort of reasonable price is if Rockstar actually is nice and takes their profits from GTA Online and shark cards into account. And they won't.
That's a smart ass. That's smart, Gams.
Smart observation there.
All right, real quick, we get into the comments and we continue.
Spider-Man says, sounds good to me. My backlog is like a decade long.
Damn it, Spider-Man! I thought we was a support system here. Fuck.
Monsterverse Rodan says, all you had to do was follow the damn train, G1.
I was the conductor. Unfortunately, I was conducting a fucking orchestra and not the goddamn train.
Word.
Then Steven says, with all the shit going on in the game industry, that game will be $200 when it comes out. Yeah!
And it will still make millions of fucking dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Stevie.
GTA.
Stevie, it was you that bought the fucking the Lancer edition of Grand Theft Auto of Gears of War 3, right? I'm pretty sure it was you. That shit was dope, huh?
And it will be buggy as hell, he adds.
That's not funny, Steve. I mean, we gotta have a lot of fucking conversations. Good God. Oh, yeah,
that just reminds me of a freaking tale that my brother told me where he went dumpster diving at a GameStop and got the helmet for the collector's edition of Halo 3.
Damn. All right, let's talk about this new trailer for a bit real quick. And we're not going to stay long here because there's so much shit to talk about still.
Word.
I'm going to just say it. I got a crush on a video game character right now.
I mean, when her ass is just on display at nearly every single opportunity in that trailer.
It was insane. I'm sitting here. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Do I get an option to play as either one, or does it switch?
Yeah, it looks like they're both playable. So
Right.
you're going to be able to see that ass constantly.
Oh man, this is bad business, bro. Just like my wife.
This is how you make money, my guy.
Yo, this has got to be one of the hottest protagonist, antagonist, whatever you want to call it. She's a bad guy, bad girl.
Oh yeah, it's probably the hottest one since OG Lara Croft.
For real. And yet, Homeboy's a good-looking guy too. I mean, look at the dude. I mean, yeah, they're a match made in GTA heaven.
Looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
Tom Hardy.
Oh shit, I definitely get that vibe. Holy shit.
Eddie, I did booty Latinas. Respect.
But nah,
I just love Latina Sonic.
the trailer was dope. They got the gameplay in there. I was thoroughly digging it. One of my biggest things with Grand Theft Auto is I cannot wait to get the soundtrack list. I want to know what radio stations and I want to know what songs they got, because I'm all over this shit. All over this shit. And they need to have a reggae station. That's all I'm saying. If you don't have a reggae station, you know what I'm going to do with my $200 version of Grand Theft Auto 6? I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it, and I'll just put on my own music. But
You can always just, turn on Spotify on your console, play music from that.
Exactly.
No,
But
it needs to have VCPR with Maurice Chavez. That's how you fucking do this. If it doesn't have that, I'm done. I'm not buying the fucking game.
If I can't perform a drive-by to Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, this game has failed.
Bro,
Yeah.
So, you know what? That's a great point, because everything we've seen is within the last decade. Obviously, it's a Grand Theft Auto thing, right? But
Yeah.
a lot of it does seem to be towards the end of the decade. So, Not Like Us should totally be on their hip-hop station.
I
Mhm.
agree. Wholeheartedly.
Absolutely. Oh, my
Also,
God.
because it takes place in Vice City, Florida, I want to have an option to be a gator wrangler and just freaking go into people's swimming pools and wrestle gators.
Well, that's funny because
Spider-Man says,
Spider-Man.
let me wrangle alligators, please.
Save brainwaves!
Monsterverse Rodan says, I'm pretty hyped for Florida Man Simulator. I
You
mean,
better stop that shit. And Steve says,
Steven says, I have 3 replica Lancers.
so that's great. So when I do go down there, me, you, and Joey, each one, and we'll just run around the streets. Fake Lansing dudes. Fuck you, sucker. Grove Street. Grove Street. All right, I'm sorry. Now, all right. I enjoyed the trailer. Rob, what did you think about the trailer?
Trailer actually got me hyped to actually fucking play this game. Not even gonna lie. A lot of people were saying, it's just a lot of the same. I don't give a fuck. It's not anything new. I don't care. I actually sat there and watched this like, oh, fuck. I could feel the $250 slipping from my wallet as I'm watching this because, honestly, games, I think we're going to have to go halfsies on this one, too. Because I kind of want to play this shit now. No bullshit.
I mean, we'll see what the price of the digital fucking early access version is gonna be.
Hey, if it's $250, I'll give you $150. You cover the $100. We solid.
All right.
But no, I'm hyped.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I think it looks like a really fun game, and I've never been one for Grand Theft Auto. I never really saw the hype for it. I enjoyed Grand Theft Auto 3. Shut up, I know, Italian. But this one, it's not just because the cute girl's got a big butt. It's also just because it looks like a very fun fucking game, and most importantly, it looks like it's going to be worth the wait. Which that doesn't happen too often with gaming these days. So, like I said, game. I'll give you $150. You cover the other $100.
Will do.
What'd you think of this trailer?
Okay, so leading up to this trailer, I was in the camp of, it's just another Grand Theft Auto game. You play one, you play them all. Especially if you've played GTA Online, that's like the culmination of like criminal life sim kind of open world games. But as soon as this trailer dropped and revealed to me that instead of playing as 3 dudes or 1 dude like in the previous games or any of that, you're playing as a couple. And this is the first time in a Grand Theft Auto game that you're going to be playing as a female in a single player campaign. So that is so good for both female representation and for role playing purposes, for it just getting engrossed in the story and all that. And I couldn't be more hyped for it. I'm more than willing to drop that $100 for the $250 fuck off digital edition. All right, we go in halvesies. Let's go.
Yeah,
but it's also the ass. So,
but it's also the ass. Oh yeah. For both me, my partner Cruz. Everybody involved. We here for the ass, bro.
It's true.
We here to tongue punch fart boxes on the real.
It's funny. I want to know if, as you're playing with the hot Latina girl, you're solo, if there's like a, I don't know, male gigolo just walking the street that you can pick up, a la previous Grand Theft Auto games where, drive around, find a prostitute, and hey, let's get it going.
I'm not too sure on that front because they really leaned in heavily that these two are in a relationship. Yeah, that they're boyfriend girlfriend.
Prostitutes, come on! It's the best. No offense, I'm just gonna say, man, there's so much fun. Listen, Grand Theft Auto 4 is my favorite Grand Theft Auto game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love that game, and maybe it's because it really does feel like I'm in New York City at times, and oh shit, look at Red Hook and all that. Look at Coney Island. It ain't nothing more fun than hooking up with a prostitute, letting her take your money, and then when she gets out the car, you get out and you stab that bitch up and take your money back, bitch. What? I'm sorry. Nico ain't from around.
I mean, they could be swingers. We don't know.
That's true. All right, JR. I had to save you for last, right?
Yeah, no.
What did you think about
this? It's a night of me just being a fucking hater.
Yeah, that's every fucking Friday.
I know, but honestly, let's start out with the fact, we're doing heists. Again. Oh, we're just 2 different people in a different location, but we're doing the same shit as GTA 5.
And 4.
And 4. And Vice City. We're talking, it's just repetitive. As the ideas I was throwing out, what was that, yesterday, the day before, I'm like, fucking let me build up to be a drug lord or some shit. Like, why is it always we're robbing stores, we're robbing banks? It's boring. Great. Everyone says, yeah, this game's worth $200 because of these graphics, because jiggle physics. And I'm like, amazing. I can mod jizzle. I can jizzle it.
He's got the right idea.
Yeah.
I could mod jiggle physics into fucking Skyrim and Oblivion and fucking Dark Souls for free. So I don't give a shit about that. All I see is an overhyped, overbloated, overexpensive wannabe life simulator that's not treading any new ground, and people buy into it because, Grand Theft Auto. We're going back to Vice City. I'm sorry. You all are buying into this. It's the same shit. It's the same shit over and over again.
Let me get my Glock and shoot him in the mouth.
It's the same shit over and over again.
Wrong. Okay, so I'm going to call you out on a couple of things. Maybe just one, actually. What you alluded to earlier on into your little rant is a fake news. It's false. It's a lie. It's not true. It's wrong. You can.
You're a bank robber? Again?
You can become one of those OGs with everything. You could do it in San Andreas. You can do it in Grand Theft Auto 4. You become that guy. You in San Andreas, for instance, you start opening your own businesses. You start getting money from opening your business. Once you start cleaning the streets of rival gangs where your peoples can start selling the drugs, you start making money off of that shit. You just got to go back to the house, collect the money, boop, 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 boop. All that shit is in here. And this, yes, they're showing you what makes Grand Theft Auto fun.
What makes it? What's making it fun?
But here's the deal: they're not showing you what you can become. And being that this is number 6 and it just got pushed back a fucking year, yo, all of that shit is going to be in here. Grand Theft Auto 5, which the last time I played it was probably 5 years ago, right? Honestly. You become a mogul. Like, you do this shit. You're a real estate fucking mogul. Yo, it's not just, I'm going to rob a bank, I'm going to do this. Yo, you actually grow throughout the game. Grand Theft Auto 4, again, my favorite one right now. I love that fucking game. The decisions you make determines the outcome of the ending. I love that. And
yeah, but that shit's gone.
It's not. It's a fucking trailer, dude. It's a trailer.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, look, and everyone's saying it's
like that trailer was not a lot of actual gameplay. It was a lot of cinematics.
There's
captured on the PlayStation 5, as it says on the bottom. I understand that. But isn't that inherently the point? Is all I've seen in these trailers for this game is all I've always seen come from Grand Theft Auto. It's the same fucking shit. It gets repetitive. And if I'm really going to be robbing banks and stores and it's a tale of 2 people coming from the bottom, doing heists and fucking, they're kingpins or Bonnie and Clyde, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Because to me, that ain't worth $200 or $100.
Then you lead with that and not say you can't do all of this other stuff. That's what you lead with.
Well, I was leading up to that, but it was all leading up to it. And then you sit here and say the graphics and the physics alone warrant $100 to $200. No, I don't. Because that is just surface level shit. One of the biggest criticisms I have of Red Dead Redemption 2 is it's over animated. Why does it take me 30 minutes? I have to I'm skinning a fucking animal because I gotta do this stupid quest. Oh, he's got to pull out the knife, hunch down. Oh, we gotta, hold up. Let me just get all that. Let me roll the pelt. Oh, gotta walk over to the horse. Gotta fucking over-animate it onto my shoulder. And then we gotta over-animate it. Look, some people like that shit, but it's like, does that warrant $100? You're wasting my fucking time. Where better games, I don't have to sit there for 35. If I want to go shoot a fucking elk, I'll go shoot a fucking elk, and I'll go skin the fucking elk. I don't want to sit here for 30 minutes doing monotonous shit because, well, we wanted to push the tech and the realism. Good for you. Don't charge me extra for it because I'm that asshole that doesn't like that shit. And I am not the fucking minority in that. You know, a lot of people do back that shit up. They're like, could we just move it the fuck along?
The best part about all that, though, is we are just speculating what this game is going to cost. Now, 80 to 100, yes. The 200 might be an exaggeration, or it might not be, considering we don't know where we'll be at the end of next year, right? But look, I remember when Grand Theft Auto 6, I think the first trailer, and we were talking about price points. And I remember the question was, well, I wrote the question. It was like, would you pay X amount of money for it? And at first I was like, no, but then I gave it thought. And then I was like, you know what? I will, because I do like the Grand Theft Auto games. And it's not because I'm playing them now, because I said that shit before I started playing them. And I will. And $200 is steep. I won't lie. If I don't get a car with that shit, okay, I'll pay $200.
Fuck the car. I want her ass.
Yo, just give me the perfume she wears and I'm paying $200.
Let me get homegirl's flip-flops.
Yo, for real. What's it? Scent o defeat. Whatever the fuck.
Let me just get a used tank top. Like, come on.
I want that under boob sweat for real.
Listen, I am ready for Grand Theft Auto 6. But I gotta wait a fucking year. The trailer was cool. I do get where JR is coming from, though. That's no doubt about it. I understand his shit. But he plays the same fucking games all the time, too. Dude, we love fucking Power Wash Simulator. What do we do in that game?
I don't know. I've never beat it. I've never beat
You
it.
clean shit with a power washer.
Here we
And
go.
it's therapeutic as fuck.
Monsterverse Rodan says, I do agree with the long animation when skinning and prepping in Red Dead Redemption 2 Lamau.
Wow. I don't know why I read that as R2D2, but maybe it is the bear.
I kind of did too, G1, not gonna lie.
Okay, and I'm the dyslexic one.
I
A
know,
little
right?
bit.
Monsterverse Rodan said, I had a bowl of cereal during those animations. Yeah, it was, dude, fucking, especially when you're doing the, like, online quests and it's like, oh, you gotta kill 30 fucking antelope. And it's like, God damn it.
Wasn't Red Dead Redemption 2 the game that like prided itself on the fact that it had jiggle physics for the horse's balls?
Did it
Yes.
really?
It did. And I'm sorry to say, ladies and gentlemen, that is a waste of resources for your system because that shit doesn't magically happen.
Nope.
Your shit has to render that and all the physics.
Nope. That was the precursor to seeing this beautiful Latina woman running around and her boobs jiggling. So I'm just saying. And again, never in a million years would I thought I'd be singing a song from So I Married an Axe Murderer. They make me horny Saturday mornings, Josie and those pussycats. Oh, my man Steve comes in.
Good thing I have a 4 terabyte on my console. I'll be ready when it comes. Now, to be fair, you say 4 terabyte. I hope you mean NVMe.2 drive because you can't play this off an external drive. You have to have the internal fast storage for this shit. And this game, if all of that shit is actually in here, I'm telling you, there's no way to compress it down. This is going to be at least 200 to 300 gigs.
Oh,
Jesus
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's one
I
of
can
the
see
worst. That's one of the worst points with a game like this. It's bloated for things that don't actually matter. Yes, jiggle ass physics are great, but that takes up storage and uses resources, which hurts performance and hurts resolution and hurts frame rate and overall gameplay. Is it fucking worth it?
Could you imagine 98% of your storage is just for jiggle physics on
That's
Homebrew?
what's gonna happen when I install I said Jizzle again. When I installed the Jizzle physics for Skyrim on my PC, it's not a small fucking download. It is a big fucking download.
What?
So
what Spider-Man said, they're bringing back something from San Andreas.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that real quick. But JR, that's funny. Fuck. Listen, all of that storage and jiggle physics and all that fun stuff. The whole point of the game is to be like driving around, right? But everybody's gonna be just running around with Homegirl. Like, yo, I gotta get from point A to point B, but point B is on the other side of the motherfucker. I'm gonna jump in the water. I gotta swim. Bro, they're not gonna get on boats. They're not gonna drive cars. They're not gonna fly planes. I don't know to these games. Holy shit! It's over.
The fucking frame rate's gonna be 20 frames per second, and people are like, "I don't care. Her boobs and ass jiggle." Fucking come on!
I don't give a fuck about the tetas. It's all about the culo, bro.
There, listen to that.
Spider-Man says the male and female characters gain weight, muscle in this game. Latina gonna get fed when I play.
Yeah, get her thick.
Doing the whole fucking San Andreas thing.
And then
constantly go to the gym.
And then Steven says they are M2. Fuck, a 4 terabyte M.2 was like what? That had to run you at least 300 to 400, bro, for a 4 terabyte. That shit's expensive.
3 Lancers. Steve.
Mitsubishi Lancers? Evos? Were you in Tokyo Drift?
Jesus Christ.
Monsterverse Rodan says, yep, you see the pro tag with different body types in the trailer. Yeah.
Cool.
Steven says, people better have good internet, otherwise they're waiting days for it to download.
That's why I gotta buy it digitally at first, and when that the pre-sale special thing comes on where you can download it right away. Yeah, because sometimes my internet sucks.
Yeah. Fuck off, Steven. You got a fucking hell of a deal, bro. God damn.
Well, listen, we know one thing for sure. Grand Theft Auto is going to come out on the Xbox. It's going to come out on a PS5. And is it going to come out on a Switch too? I mean,
it is not. The rumor is
nah.
the rumor is right now that the Switch 2 won't be able to run it, and it's going to be delayed on PC.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well,
I
they
don't give
got
a
a
shit.
year. They got a year to fix. They got a year to fix. But speaking of things coming out on a PS5 that makes certain people angry. Oh, God, help us.
Hey, yo, let's go.
Now, here's the deal. All of us here have fucking Xboxes, right? So we be playing this shit anyway. I mean, Steve, you know how we get down when it comes to Gears of War, Steve, right?
Hell fucking yeah.
So Chase ain't here to fucking brag about this, but I want to give shout outs to brother Chase, aka G73, aka Megzy, all right? Because he's a PS5 guy, he does not have an Xbox, and he's been pretty much reaming us about this shit. Reaming me, really, because he gets to play Gears of War now. What is Reloaded, and why does it come out 10 years after the fucking remaster came out on the Xbox One? Are we going to get horde mode in this? Because if there's a horde mode in this, then for me, it's worth picking up.
There's a possibility,
right?
Certainly.
Because Gears 1 never had horde mode.
Yeah, apparently anybody who bought the original Gears of War remaster for the Xbox One will get this remaster as an upgrade for free.
For free? Okay.
For free.
I like that. All right. Well, shit.
Yeah, anybody on Xbox and PC that already bought the original remaster gets this for free.
Did you buy it?
No.
Well, we'll get it on Game Pass, so who cares?
Yeah, we get it on Game Pass. Who cares?
Well, I'm glad I bought it. So now I get it for free, and that's awesome. I will totally take it and run with it. But all right, so my question to y'all is this. We knew it was coming. Some of us, myself, just me, really didn't want it to happen because this definitely signifies the end, of an era. And I'm an Xbox guy. I love my PlayStation because I love its exclusives. I love it. But I'm an Xbox guy. If they give me horde mode with this, I'm in. Totally, 1,000%. If it's cross-platform horde mode, even better. Dope, I'm in. Rob, what are your thoughts on this?
I believe we've spoken about the possibility of Gears and Halo coming to other consoles, and I pretty much remain in the same gamma quadrant, if you will. I don't really mind, just because, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about console wars. I don't give a fuck who puts out the stronger console. I could honestly give a fuck less. At this point, it's just the game reaching a more broader audience. And while, yes, that is a bit of a bummer that one of Xbox's main system sellers for back in the day is now becoming a multi-platform title, yeah, that does kind of suck, and it does kind of show Xbox's wear and tear, Microsoft's wear and tear, I should say. But I also see this as mostly just a plus, because, again, the series is going to reach a new audience. We're going to be able to play story mode co-op with our homies that don't have Xboxes. And if there's a horde mode, we're going to be able to play horde mode with Brother Chase when, we all get on for a random fucking day and decide to do a horde mode, if that's even in this.
Which should happen soon.
It should, absolutely. And if there is a horde mode on this, I expect all of us to partake who are interested.
Absolutely.
But I really don't see this as a net negative. I mean, I'm more so of a Nintendo guy than I am a Microsoft guy. It really doesn't affect me that Gears and Halo may or may not end up on PlayStation as a whole. So, to this, I just say, well, now the PlayStation crowd gets to see what all the hype is about. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of fucking idiotic fucking nimrods that just say this is what sold at Xbox in 2006. Yeah, it is. Shut up. Go fuck yourself. Kingdom Hearts is on Xbox now too. Suck a dick. But yeah, I see this as a total fucking positive. I can't wait for this to come up on Game Pass. I'm going to download it. I've been itching to play the original Gears of War for a couple of months now. So I'm glad I held off. I'm excited. And if they add a horde mode, bro, it is Dungeon Rings. I'm extra there with a side of sauce.
1000% agreed. I actually replayed the Gears of War games last year, so I'm pretty much up to date. And yes, if there is a Gears of War 1 horde pack in some of those, levels where they make horde maps, I'm so fucking down for it. That would be the only reason why I would fucking download it, even if it's free. I guess I'll download it anyway, but I don't need to play it right now. JR, what do you think about Gears of War Reloaded being on the PS5 and your beloved PC?
Oh, well, I called it.
I hate you so much.
Everyone says, no, this can't happen. And I said, that's going to fucking happen.
He did call it. It was like a year ago, too. It pisses me off.
I know. Fuck, dude. I just want to go on record. I am right. I'm right a lot. It's good and bad. This ultimately shows that Microsoft, other than Game Pass, there's no reason to buy a fucking Xbox, because if they're just putting all their shit on everything else with no gate-kept exclusives, then yeah, like, go buy a fucking PlayStation, because the Microsoft shit's coming to your system. Sorry. And then Microsoft raising the price on their shit as well. Also, like, it's weird right now, man. But Gears, it's going to be a good time for us. And I personally am not opposed to it. I just think from like a business standpoint and a gatekeeping and a console wars standpoint, I think it's fucking terrible decision from Microsoft. And yeah, there's no reason to make a next-gen console. Just put it all on everything else, because honestly, PS5 sold a lot more than the Xbox. And this will probably be on the Switch too. So just be a service now. Just be a service. Stop making the console. That's it. Gears of War is good. Go play it. These games are good.
Absolutely.
There's a positive. That's a positive from me.
Except Gears of War 3, because it makes me hurt on the inside.
I will say I didn't get to play the remaster or remake of Gears 1.
Remaster.
I have the original Gears 1, and fuck, that Razor Hail shit pisses me off.
Oh, that shit is horrible, but it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun if you don't die.
Listen, get good.
I had to get good.
Speaking of getting good, Doom comes out this week, Monday, as a matter of fact. And listen, that trailer, I didn't plan for it. I didn't put it in the itinerary for tonight, but just briefly, fuck. That trailer they dropped today was dope as fuck. And I really want to mech Doom, bro. I want to be a giant mech beating up giant demons in Doom. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to do that more than fucking once and more than fucking twice.
It was interesting. Some of the reviews were coming out for the game today, and the tech analysis were coming out. There are issues with the game, like the PS5, like the foliage will move, but on the Xbox it doesn't. The Series S runs the game like shit. Like there's a couple of problems right now, and hopefully when it finally drops, there's a patch that addresses a lot of these concerns.
Don't forget that there's been a lot of PC copy crashes only, as like between all of the other platforms that it's available on. The game has crashed on PC, yes. G-Man Lives confirmed that his copy of the game on PC did crash more than a few times.
I'm wondering if that has to do with the implementation of the forced ray tracing that we can't turn off in games anymore, and we just have to deal with the bad performance, even though you have a fucking monstrous Rig Oblivion remaster, you giant pile of shit. Anyways.
Wow, that was a lot of bars without any breath. God damn.
Shit, why did I bring this up? Gams. What do you think about Gears of War Reloaded going to the PS5?
Well, I'm going to start with asking you a question because you've been alive for a while. You've seen the evolution of this hobby that we all know and love,
He
right?
just called me old.
Listen, I'm getting to a thing, right? Those who repeat history are doomed to repeat it. And what company do we know that was, ass deep into the console wars that had to just, give up and go straight to software? What kind of gamer were you back in the 16-bit era, before the Xbox, before the PlayStation? It was Nintendo versus somebody. Who was that for you?
Oh, man, it was Sega.
Miko.
It was Sega.
It was Sega. I was a Sega head. Listen.
But
Super
hey,
Nintendo had one game that I really Mario aside, but it had the Power Rangers game. That game was fun.
Indeed. And it seems a lot of what Xbox is doing these days is mirroring what Sega did. Bringing some of their beloved classics, a la Gears of War Reloaded or Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, to the competitor consoles, and test the waters. See how the other side would like what they have to offer. But you see, here's the thing with Microsoft is they're fucking Microsoft. They've always made Xbox at a loss. They are not really Xbox. They're Windows. They're Microsoft Edge. They're Outlook email. All right, that's where their money is.
My God.
Outlook email. Holy shit. I haven't heard that name in a decade. Shit.
Right? That's where their money is. They're fucking Microsoft. So they will probably, and it's been confirmed, they're continuing to make hardware just for the folks that don't want to buy an expensive ass PC and just want a box that plays games. An Xbox. And that's why I still support them, because I like playing video games. I like Game Pass as a service. I like game sharing with my buddy. Right here. Right up there.
Thank you.
I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm very excited for PlayStation owners to finally experience Gears of War. It's a fantastic series, and I hope they'll have just as much fun when Halo finally comes over to PlayStation. See what they've been missing out on all these years.
Yeah, because
I'm just confident that Microsoft is probably still going to put out awesome games on an awesome service like Game Pass, while still making boxes that play games at a loss, because that front hasn't changed.
Good God. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
my eyes are opened.
Honestly,
my eyes are open.
Between JR and Gam right there, I mean, yeah, okay. Let's get into a couple comments before we move on to the next segment. I got nothing else. All I want to say is I always thought that we can live in harmony, right? I really did. Yeah, I had a Super Nintendo, but I liked my Sega Genesis. I know people didn't like the 32X, but I enjoyed playing Star Wars and Terminator 2 on that motherfucker.
The 32X was the only way that you could play Primal Rage at home.
Yes, exactly. I like the idea of playing, Sonic and Knuckles on this fucking, compatible cartridge. It was so
Lock-on technology.
Right.
Lock-on.
So Sega was doing that thing, but at the same time, Nintendo was Nintendo. They were doing what they did. And
they're still Nintendo.
I mean,
yeah.
You know what? The Genesis did not have a Godzilla game, but Super Nintendo definitely did. Super Godzilla was fun. When I decided to sit down and try to understand what I was doing, I had a fucking blast. And that's why Baggin is going to be the star of Godzilla X Kong Supernova. I'm just saying.
That would be the best shit ever.
Yeah, and James Cameron's gonna make Titanic too.
There's room for a sequel.
As long as it flies in space, I am so ready for Titanic 2000. That's all I'm saying. But
you gotta make it 3000, bro. Come on.
You're right. My bad.
Because there is a Titanic 2 officially.
Oh, it's so good.
What? I mean, they did make a new ship.
They did.
They should.
No, but they're in the middle of making it, but there is a Titanic 2 movie.
All right. What I'm trying to say in my last bit here is I understand that consoles are very expensive right now, and they have been for quite some time. It's not for everybody to get everything. You could just be Master Race and build a PC like JR, or you could just fuck on off and have a really good fucking console like a PS5 or fucking Xbox Series X. I have both of those. I don't have a PC. I actually refuse to play games on PC, not because I'm a PC hater, because there's certain things I would love to play so I can play the mods, Left 4 Dead, Return of the Living Dead mod. But I enjoy what I got, how I have it.
Indeed.
And I totally get that not everybody is able to do that. So if you don't have an Xbox and you hear all this noise about Gears of War, and you have a PS5, you know what? This is going to be fun. I'm just happy, and we can do this. So let's get to the comments real quick. JR!
Oh, Monsterverse Rodan says, I never had an Xbox. I deserved this.
That's shut up, Monsterverse Rodan. I love you, brother.
Honestly, Rodan, hit us up. Let's play some fucking co-op and horde mode together on the real.
Yeah, on the really real.
If there's horde mode, we're all in.
Steven says, I'm a metalhead. Doom has the best soundtracks. Not since Mick Gordon left, but yeah.
Oh, get off.
Andrew Holtsholt did a fantastic job on the DLCs.
They weren't that great. They were all right.
Doom
has
they were good. Great soundtracks, and I'm gonna be honest, even though I did it real quick, you know what has a great soundtrack? The movie Sinners. Go see it. If you can't see it, wait for it to come out, but see it. Everybody should see the movie. It's fucking fantastic.
And then Nana comes in and says, God of War series had me crying. Good stuff. Broken heart. Yeah. I remember when Kratos stabbed himself at the end of God of War 3. Like, I was tearing up too. I'm like, this man, he really did everything we wanted him to do, you know? Like, it was heartbreaking to me.
If you didn't cry during Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3, you are not a human being.
I've never cried in my life.
The Marias,
yes, you have.
He's a liar. He cried when he was leaving here last year.
I did. We were both like, oh, fuck this.
He cried because I grabbed his nuts really hard. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
I wasn't used to that testicular torsion or whatever it's called.
Don't even say testicular torsion in my presence. Fuck that, bro. You think Space Godzilla in the next Monsterverse movie is bad? I don't want to think about testicular torsion. Absolutely not.
My God. All right. Gears of War. It's coming to PS5. It's the end of an era. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what else is the end of an era? At least
my dad.
According to somebody, some people, Marvel movies. Because this week, it was revealed that the asterisk at the end of Thunderbolts stood for the new Avengers. Ta-da! I have something here for that. Where is it? This one. So Thunderbolts or New Avengers, does it matter? Does it matter? Because here's the deal. This movie came out, and it came out to very popular fanfare, very high praise. People saying that this is Marvel back on top of its game. This is what it's been missing. All of this stuff. As Thunderbolts. But the movie opened up and made less than Captain America 4. Brave New World. And that movie didn't do well. That
It wasn't
movie
very
didn't do well.
brave. So
Exactly. So I see this and I go, okay, the movie opened up, the weekend happened, they seen the numbers, let's pull the fucking tape and call it what we were originally going to call it, the New Avengers. Is this a marketing ploy or is it too late? I'm going to start with you, Gam Gam. Is it too late to save this movie?
Probably, yeah, because like what? Like this, if they're not only is this an insult to fans of the Thunderbolts comics, this is an insult to the fans of the New Avengers comics. Because the New Avengers was Spider-Man, Wolverine, fucking like those were the two standout founding members of the New Avengers, was Spider-Man and Wolverine. I think Luke Cage was part of that team too.
Sentry was on that team.
Sentry was on that team, yeah. Like, and do you see any of those characters here? No. You see the Thunder. Well, yeah, Sentry's. Listen.
He's the only one. He's the only one.
He's the only one. And like, it's an insult to the fucking Thunderbolts because where's Red Hulk and where's Venom?
Well,
Red Hulk's in a movie that kind of flopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movies that came out, and that's what happened.
I don't know. I just think that Marvel, even though a lot of the MCU was not really adhering to the comics, I feel like they could benefit from getting a little, just a little bit more direct inspiration, because those stories are great and they're trying to ape those stories and they always fall short.
Yeah, I agree.
My guy over here saying the real words right here. Dorky Films, bro. On that real shit.
All right. We'll let's get to the comics now early so we can continue.
Spider-Man says, "My camera's just contorted."
Wowzers! What a comment.
Monsterverse Rodan says, "This movie came out? I fucking guess. I forgot it existed."
Last week.
Spider-Man says, "Marketing. It's too late. I don't see Spider-Man, Wolverine, etc. in this lineup. I can never say that little phrase."
Yeah, no, Gam's nailed it right on the head. Yeah. Those were the New Avengers.
And then Dorky Films comes out and says, "Thunderbolts this, Thunderbolts that. Have you guys seen Bullet Train Explosion? I really enjoyed it."
Shinji Higuchi, he cooked once more. It's on Netflix.
I did like Bullet Train, but I didn't know there was a sequel.
Who's Shinji?
Well, it's a remake. It's technically a remake.
The Bullet Train we got is a remake?
What?
The Bullet Train we got with Brad Pitt and everybody.
This is completely removed and different from that.
Ah, okay, all right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I was
Who
completely.
is Shinji Higuchi?
The guy who made Heisei Gamera.
Director,
that guy.
Ultraman.
Okay.
He also made the live action Attack on Titan movies that are very underrated.
Yes.
Those movies are fucking bad.
I forgot those movies existed.
No, they're pretty good. I like
No,
them.
they're not. And they're so disattached from the original source material.
The original source material went off the rails and turned bad itself. What the fuck is that last Titan form of Eren Yeager where he turned evil and shit?
Everybody relax. Relax. Wind it back. Wind it back.
Yeah, didn't watch it yet. That's not. That's something
I was just gonna say, I'm sorry, fucking two people trying to fuck each other and then Baby Titan eats them.
Hey, I just said.
Relax.
That's the movie. That's the movie.
Marvel. Right now,
Marvel fucking sucks.
To the New Avengers. So I'll go to you, JR. Is this a marketing ploy because they didn't make the money they thought, even though the praise for this movie is high?
I don't give a fuck. Fuck Marvel
we go.
Fuck everything they've done in the past, like 5 to 6 years. I don't give a shit. They haven't made a good fucking movie since No Way Home. I don't give a fuck.
Oh god.
Fuck this. I can't wait for
and
Superman.
there could be arguments made about No Way Home.
Which are so unfounded.
No Way Home's just a good fucking movie. I don't understand.
There could be arguments made.
There's no argument. That is just like a really good movie.
Baby, can there be arguments made against the mainstream opinion of Spider-Man No Way Home?
I don't know what that means, but all I'm saying is that fucking
The one with the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield.
Look, he's asking.
So you mean
Again,
the
he's
reference?
asking Cruz.
Yeah.
That was literally just like a knockoff, a worse one of Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's okay.
And
You don't
how
know what
there
the
was
fuck
no
you're talking about.
character progression for any of Tom Holland's character, and it was all mainly just for Andrew Garfield. Not Andrew Garfield, no. The other one,
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, thank you. And it was just framed to be Tom Holland's success, even though it really wasn't.
It was.
Who?
It was there.
I'm
But
sorry.
That's a part. Listen, that's something for another time. That
Yeah.
should be a Comics Con. All right. That's
Yeah.
the Comics Cons we go in on.
Look.
We're talking about the Thunderbolts. So JR.
Look, Marvel's fucking desperate, okay? They get Robert Downey Jr. back as Dr. fucking Doom. Captain America fucking flop. This movie's flopping, even though, yeah, I do see people saying it's good, but I don't give a fuck about any of these assholes. Because I didn't watch the fucking shows, because I don't give a shit.
Or the movies.
That's the problem. I don't give a shit because there was...
I mean, the Winter Soldier is there. He's been in movies.
He's the only one that actually, well,
Yeah.
him and honestly, White Widow. She
Who the fuck's White Widow? Which one's White
She
Widow?
was in the Black Widow movie.
I didn't
What?
watch that fucking movie.
She was also in Hawkeye show for like one episode.
Oh yeah, because I watched that one too.
That was a good show. It's fun.
No, like I'm sorry, like I don't mind them doing spin-off TV shows, but if it wasn't for that, like I don't know these people. Yeah, Bucky, I know him, and that's ultimately the problem with the Thunderbolts is you made a movie with. That's like making the Suicide Squad the first one and not properly introducing these guys, but you did, and shit nobody watches.
No. Time out.
It did. No, you know what it is? They put them in the tie-in comics, and then when the main fucking event comic comes out, nobody read the fucking tie-ins, so nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
Now that's not fair because Guardians of the Galaxy was just like that. I had no interest in seeing that movie.
That's
And then
fair.
I went to Disney and I watched the first 5 to 10 minutes of it, where Captain EO used to be, by the way, and I was very mad at that going in. I was like, wow, this was where Captain EO was. I want to see Captain EO, Michael Jackson, George Lucas type shit. But no, I got the first 10 minutes of Guardians of the Galaxy 1, a movie I had no intention of seeing. And when I walked out of there, I was looking at my wife, looking at my daughter, and I was saying, we going to see that movie. It was good.
But dude, that was a different time. Like,
Yes, I agree with that.
that was what? When did that come out? 2014?
Listen, but here's the deal. The only character in this entire shot right here that was not in a movie is U.S. Agent.
Who the fuck is that?
The guy that looks like Captain America but wearing a black suit.
Well, then who's that asshole?
That's fucking the guy from Monarch season 1. He plays Kurt Russell's son. Oh, Kurt Russell, I mean, because he's Kurt Russell's son. It's Wyatt Russell. He's
Okay.
great.
I mean, so he's Captain. Is he Russian Captain America?
No, he is the successor to Captain America in
I thought that
Falcon and
was
the Winter
fucking guy from fucking Red Hulk movie.
No, because then at the end of that show, Falcon becomes Captain America.
You fucking lost me. No, I'm sorry. You lost me.
That is fair. That is fair. That is
Yeah,
absolutely.
U.S. Agent is one of those deep Captain America Marvel lore characters that you kind of have to be a real fucking big comic book nerd to get.
I
and
just
for
love
me-
U.S. Agent because I love the suit. I love the black Captain America suit. I think it's
No, like he looks cool. Like these guys, like aesthetically, don't look bad. It's just they say Thunderbolts and then the new Avengers, and I'm like, I wouldn't call these the new Avengers when nobody's seen the movie.
it's crazy because Taskmaster, right? Was
Which
in
one's that?
The one on the far right. The
right, the guy that looks like Mech Skeletor. Got it.
I love that.
Go ahead. Gabe.
Sorry,
No,
I love that. Fucking one of my favorite tweets or surrounding the release of this movie came out. It was a tweet that says, "What the fuck does MCU Spider-Man even do?" Because all of this shit, plus I think even some of the events of Brave New World happens in New York, and Spider-Man's nowhere to be seen. What does he even do?
He's currently trying to rebuild his life.
Yeah.
He's being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Neighborhood. He's got like 6 square blocks, bro.
Real quick, we gotta throw this up.
Spider-Man says, "Oop." Not even oops. Oop.
And
But it's crazy. No, I agree. So Taskmaster was in Black Widow movie. Ghost, that is second to the left, she was in the movie nobody fucking went and seen, fucking Ant-Man and the Wasp.
What?
Yeah, like nobody went and saw that movie.
And that's Amanda Waller on the far left, right?
The Amanda Waller is definitely not her, but she's supposed to be Amanda Waller type. And again, DC just did it better with Amanda Waller.
And anybody who's played a Spider-Man game in the last 10 years or watched a Spider-Man cartoon in the last like 20 years should know who Taskmaster is.
Absolutely.
Pay attention enough to the game.
Well, I know Taskmaster from the comics, but again, we're comic nerds, so
yeah, I know. I also know Taskmaster from the comics. Come on now.
So, dude, I own 6 Marvel comics, and they're all from the 70s. I don't fucking like. I don't know Marvel. I like DC. I have over 100 DC comics now.
Listen, I have bias because one of my very first comic books that I remember like buying myself with like money I got from allowance was Ultimate Spider-Man #1. So
what?
Yeah.
What? You still have that?
No, I don't still have that. I wish. I fucking wish.
A fucking gold mine. Are you fucking kidding me?
I know. I fucking know. All right.
White cover? The white cover?
Not the white cover. It was the red cover with the CGI Spider-Man.
Right. I think. Well, was that? No. That. Yeah. I think that was the reprint. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Gold mine, regardless. Fuck.
Gold mine. But yeah, I've been hooked on Marvel ever since. And then I learned that they made Godzilla comics, so I had to collect all of those. And then I just loved the writing in those old Marvel stories, so I just started reading all that. I like comic books.
We're comic nerds. Rob, last word on this. Is this a cheap plot ploy to garner attention, being that it's now called the New Avengers? Even though if you go on fucking Fandango and try to get tickets for this movie, it still says Thunderbolts. It's weird. But is this a cheap plot ploy by Disney Marvel to garner more money towards this movie?
If you asked me before this week, I would have said yes. But after talking to my friend Marcus, aka Marku, I love you, boy. Mwah. See ya, Kaiju Brooklyn. He is a very huge like Marvel fan. Like when a new Marvel movie comes out and he sees it, I ask him, "Yo, is this worth the ticket price?" This motherfucker said this movie is now in his top 10 for Marvel movies, and he doesn't say that fucking ever.
Okay.
Regardless of the cheapness of it, the New Avengers with the asterisk at the end and at the beginning. Whether it is that or not, I couldn't tell you because, to be completely honest, when it comes to Marvel Comics, I'm not very well versed. When it comes to Marvel overall, I'm not very well versed. I'm more of a DC guy. I'm just going to say that right now. But if my guy is out here saying that this movie is now in his top 10, that says something to me. That aids in my ability to see, okay, this movie is probably a lot better than people are going to give it credit for. So whether the new Avengers Thunderbolts thing is just like a marketing thing, or if it's literally just Marvel and Disney just being on the nose with things, I honestly couldn't tell you. It feels that way, but from the quality of the movie and everything I've heard from my friend, I get like it feels like they probably planned this from the start. It doesn't feel like a marketing ploy. Like just the way that they, you see these fucking billboard people ripping off the fucking thing of the Thunderbolts just to see the new Avengers under it. Of course this was planned. Of course. 100%.
They had the asterisk the whole time in all the marketing.
Yeah, and nobody really ever paid much attention to that. Not even I didn't think of anything.
I think we mentioned why is there an asterisk there when the first trailer dropped?
Oh, all right. Well, even in that case, it's like, okay, well, what does that mean? And now we know, and it's like, all right, well, it's a surprise reveal. And whether the movie does gangbusters or not, I mean, according to this, it had a budget of 180 million and it just crossed 181.6 million. Yeah, it's not doing amazing, but it's crossed that threshold right now. I don't know. I can't honestly say it's a marketing ploy if it was what feels like it was ultimately intended to always be. Had this happened in Marvel's heyday, people would be losing their shit. There'd be TikToks and Instagram reels with over 1 million views watching this shit happen on billboards and all that other shit.
Yeah.
So honestly, that's how I view it. I mean, if my homie Marcus is out here saying it's in his top 10, I know that this movie definitely is cooking something crazy because bro said that twice in the last 15 years.
Wow.
You know what would have made this movie better?
Spider-Man?
In my opinion. Not just not Spider-Man, but alluding to Spider-Man, just little alluding. So as much as I appreciate the US agent, you know who would have worked better? The Iron Patriot.
I know who that is.
Yep. But unfortunately, we know that the Iron Patriot is Norman Osborn.
Yes.
So we can't do that yet because we got to see
Willem Dafoe, bring it back.
We got to see what the MCU's
Norman Osborn.
Thank you. Why I blanked complete. We're dying tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah.
It was great.
Listen. If they're going to make an MCU specific universal version of Norman Osborn, I wouldn't even be mad if it wasn't Willem Dafoe as long as they gave him waves.
Agreed. Agreed. And they did that with the new Spider-Man cartoon on Disney Plus.
They did.
That apparently everybody loves, but I have no interest in watching, seriously, because I just
it's pretty good.
I know, I hear. I don't
pretty good.
There are things I want to watch and things I don't want to watch. That's one of the things I don't want to watch. Last word on this, I'm going to say this. The Thunderbolts were never the new Avengers. The Thunderbolts were the Dark Avengers.
They were.
Was the title, I would have been watching this movie right now and not having this podcast. That's not true. I would have went and seen it yesterday. So that's my thing. But I will say this on top of that to ape that, because now 100 men versus one ape. Anyway, no. Donkey Kong kicks ass.
Absolutely.
The first arc of the new Avengers was the Century. So it all comes together. It does.
True.
I give them props in that regard, but I also stand by what I said when that first trailer dropped. I got zero interest in this movie. For me, this is a Disney Plus show. And when it comes out on Disney Plus or before, I'll watch it. I'm not going to theaters to see this. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. Marvel, don't get it twisted. I look forward to what you're cooking. That last Fantastic Four trailer got me buzzing. And I know what the final end credit sequence in this movie is. I just don't care about these characters. I really don't. I'd rather just sit home and watch it like I did Black Widow. But I digress. That's the last thing. Here we go, JR. We'll do this real quick.
What?
Oh, hi, Leaf.
Hi, Leaf.
Hello.
Hi, a leaf. Hey, guys.
Hello.
I was just following them.
Hello.
Steven says the only live action anime that was decent good was. Someone read that.
Rurouni Kenshin and abso-fucking-lutely start to finish all the goddamn movies, fucking perfection. Chef's
What are you
kiss.
talking about? Dragon Ball was great.
I'll kill him.
Dragon Ball was the last shit I took. Shut the fuck up. That ain't even funny.
Listen, the best thing that came out of Dragon Ball Evolution was James Marsden going on to play Zamasu.
Last year, on a Sunday, I'll never forget this. Robin,
Oh, not James Marsden.
we're
What the hell was his
talking
name?
about
I forget.
Rurouni Kenshin, and I will never forget when Rob was like, "You have not seen the live action movies yet," and I was like, "No." I will never forget that shit. But I wound up putting on the motherfucking anime again because I had those. And even my brother, who is a huge Kenshin fan, he's got Kenshin tattooed on his legs, on his arms. Yeah, it is what it is.
And then Monsterverse Rodan says based.
Biased.
No Way Home is great.
Biased.
Oh, biased. Sorry. Biased. No Way Home is great. Yeah. Like, if you don't
100%.
agree with that, you could just get the hell out.
You
Yeah,
go.
leave.
Speaking of getting the hell out, or actually trying to bring it back home, that was a good segue, I think. Pretty good.
Ah.
Dun, dun,
What
dun,
the
dun!
fuck is? Am I watching the movie Volcano?
Yes.
Tariffs the
Oh.
movie. Hollywood is reeling after 100% tariffs slapped on films made outside of the USA. They're burning. That's why we call it Tariffs the movie, right? Because that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, this will even affect GXK because it's being filmed in Australia.
Exactly. This is one of those
Well,
things
I don't
where
know
I
if
asked
it's
earlier
officially
today
being
about
filmed in Australia.
this, right? And it has now to deal with this. It all works out. If this is really going to go through, and let's say that it's not, because the man in charge right now, it's his world. He's just getting away with shit, and we're gonna talk about some higher Godzilla stuff in a minute. We got to talk about this though, because this hits home.
Yes.
This hits home. So if a movie is going to be made in Australia, a la GXK Supernova, they're going to slap on 100% tariff on it. How does that work for us later on, like the moviegoers? Because make no mistake, I'm going to see this fucking movie in 2027. God willing, I'm still around. We're going to see this, right? How does Hollywood work around this so it doesn't cost us, the movie-going audience? I'll start with you, Rob.
I mean, if Supernova is being filmed in Australia, I was just tossing a name out there because I genuinely don't know how this is going to affect us. Like from a baseline view, I'm not even sure because ticket prices are already fucking overtly expensive depending on where you go.
True.
And what this means for the movie in general, like it just tanks the fucking budget even more, I'd imagine. Because tariff prices on a multi-million-dollar, Hollywood movie, I can't imagine that does the movie any justice. So the big issue here is simply just that Will the movie break even and then churn a profit? I feel like this is more so Hollywood cannibalism than it is anything else, because let's be honest, filming over here in the US is expensive. That's why you see so many movies filming in Canada, Australia, and many other fucking territories. So if this means that movie budgets get more expensive and they're not going to be able to make it back with this rise of streaming that we've been seeing, I don't see this helping out movie theaters at all. I actually think this is, next to the other tariffs that we're going to talk about very soon, I think this is counter fucking productive. It's like, if you want movies to be made in the US, make it cheaper to film in the fucking US. Don't slap fucking tariffs on it. Because at that point, you're just shooting yourself, not even in the foot, in the cock, right on the tip. You ain't even going to have a tip after this. You're shooting yourself so close.
Here's a question.
This is a bad idea.
Here's a question, Rob.
Yeah.
Do you think this was imposed because Hollywood opposed? I don't want to go too political, but you understand what I'm saying? Do you think this was imposed because Hollywood opposed?
Well, to be completely honest and not to get too deep in it, probably, because
this is a revenge.
Yeah, this is definitely a turkey tap to the sack, because somebody spoke out and the person with power said, well, I've got the big red button, which means whatever I says goes. And it really does just come off exceptionally childish. It really does just come off not at all literate to how movies are made in that sense, because the whole reason why you film in a different territory is because it's cheaper and because you can make your money back on a movie. And this is just a complete lack thereof fucking foresight, because you're not going to inspire people to want to film in the US for this. You're just going to force their fucking hand. And in that sense, that does not make you right. That makes you the bully with the big red button and nothing more.
Absolutely. Gams, get to you now. Well, as I'll take this down. I'm sorry. Gams, what's your take?
Hey, I see what you did.
You see what I did there? Anyways, no, I have always had so much to say about this administration, but this is not a political podcast. This is a nerd podcast. So I will try to keep it as coach as possible. This sucks. Because a lot of projects used to, film out in places like New Zealand and Australia and Taiwan and places like that, not only to have accurate representations of those places and settings, but to have faux representations of American settings, because filming in those actual locations, like for example New York City, is insanely fucking expensive. It's even very fucking expensive to film in LA, like the actual city. So imposing this is just closing Hollywood in from both sides, essentially. And this is not good for fucking anybody. Not for cinema, not for TV shows, not for literally anything entertainment-wise. Even high-budgeted YouTube content, potentially. You never know with this kind of shit. What is he tariffing? The zoning laws? Is he tariffing the camera equipment? What? I don't know.
Look, yeah. No, I agree with you. I won't give my take quite yet because I gotta wait for the man upstairs to come back from pee-pee time. It's pee-pee time, baby. Sorry. That is a Primus reference. Pee-pee time.
Oh, lordy.
The bears are now hitting the bladder.
The beers? I'm drinking gin.
That doesn't hit the bladder the way the cheap beer does.
It really fucking doesn't.
I can't wait till we get to the fucking comments.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are on it right now, dude.
And
Spider-Man says the Supernova is the Tariff by the gods.
By the
By the gods be praised. Monsterverse Rodan comes in and says,
wait, he doesn't come in. Sorry, gotta do it.
I just know James Cameron would be seething.
yeah,
Everything is done on a green screen.
Yeah, he
That is
filmed in a fucking studio somewhere in the West Jabiblafuck of nowhere. So he's
Dude, he's shooting Avatar Fire and Water or whatever it's called on a boat with a green screen.
bro. He did that 12 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, 12 years ago was the first Avatar. Fuck. Spider-Man says, imagine Prometheus being different. You're an asshole, dude.
The Deacon would have been rocking Tim's and a Yankees jersey easily.
Time out. I'm about to blow something up here. I don't know if it's still there, but it was when I was back home. Shit. Nah. You know what? I might have been 30, but it was a while ago. A couple decades ago, maybe. You know,
That was 10 years ago.
Here's the deal. In Brooklyn, not very far from where I lived. I mean, it literally was maybe a 15-minute walk, a 3-minute car ride. There was, it was right off of Van Brunt Street and Hamilton Avenue. There was a fucking warehouse where they did movie props. And I went in there. This dude brought me in there. And I'll never forget it because we had a bar one time hanging out. And I was talking to the bartender, movie shit. And this dude was like, yo, I work at this warehouse right up the block. Bro, it was when they were doing Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. They had all the fucking mushroom props in there.
Bro.
It was sick. So, yeah, don't get it twisted. Brooklyn is their place. They could absolutely go into one of those warehouses down in Red Hook, Brooklyn, Van Brunt and Hamilton Avenue, right in the corner, and do the goddamn thing, bro. Do it. Do it. Do it. Sorry.
Do it.
Do it.
Steven comes in and says, probably we'll see more CGI animation films make a comeback now.
Probably.
I ain't mad at that. I'm going to tell you something real quick. I read the other day, and I don't know how true this is, that Disney is thinking about going back to making hand-drawn animated films.
Wow, it's almost like it's cheaper.
Right. You do
And
that.
better.
I'm there. I want to see.
Yes. Engineers wearing Tim's and
Handsome Squidward with the Tims and a Yankee cap.
Yo, listen.
Yes.
Listen. You gotta stop that shit, right? I'm all the way out here in Vegas right now, right? You gotta stop that shit, right? Because go New York, go. That's, oh shit, tomorrow. Okay. I'm sorry.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Tomorrow's Saturday. So
Backlash.
All right, quick
Backlash.
plugs before we get to the next topic. Quick plugs tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. You want to hang out with us watching Backlash? Listen, it'll be me, G1. It'll be Gam Z1. It'll be Shinrab Jira. Unfortunately, JR can't make it, but if he does, that'd be great. But he's got.
Oh, I'm fucking prepping for Comic-Con.
Well, you're gonna plug that next. But we're gonna be watching Backlash where? On the Discord channel. So listen, it's in the link, it's in the description. Join the Discord, hang out with us, watch some wrestling, listen to us just go off. It's going to be nutty. It's going to be fun. And yeah, I can't wait. Why can't JR be there, though? JR, could you explain to them why?
Because I didn't give my take on the tariffs in Hollywood yet.
Oh, you motherfucker, that's coming up next.
I know. I just like fucking with you. Ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday and Sunday, this hairy asshole is going to be interviewing Brian and Marilyn from the Clerks 1 and 3. Brian was in Clerks 2. I will be interviewing them in front of a panel. Then I will have a Godzilla panel. And that's pretty much it for Saturday. But Sunday, I'm interviewing the voice actor from Deborah and some other fucking people with extra panels. Just go to Gem State fucking Comic-Con. I'll be there. I ain't doing shit. In between panels, we can bullshit. I'll fucking give you a card. I got cards with links.
Cards.
Shit. Like, I'll buy you a fucking pizza, I guess. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, there's gonna be Philly cheesesteaks. I fucking love Philly fucking cheesesteaks, and we got them. Definitely, if you can, if you're in the area, if you love me deeply and truly, you will be at Gem State Comic-Con. Unlike all these fuckers, they don't love me deeply and truly.
That was a fucking shot. Bro, I'm fucked up. I know
you were. But no, seriously. In all seriousness, look.
I've been dealing with jury duty all fucking week.
Listen, the jury's out on you.
I'm better than most. It's a fact.
But seriously, if you've got time and you're in the area, not a lot of people are, but if you are, come hang out, come shoot the shit, come see the fucking panels. If you pay the admission, you get both days, all panels, plus autographs are available. Not from me, from the actual famous people. If you want me to sign your, I don't know, forehead, I will. I'm just gonna write fucking damage on it. Like fucking the fake Joker from the Suicide Squad. But yeah, no, for real. Check it out. There's a website, and it's next weekend, man. And I'm sweating bullets.
You're gonna do great, my guy.
I know. I'm gonna fucking destroy it.
Listen, he's
gonna
be fine.
You are.
You really are.
Wholeheartedly.
You got this.
Oh yeah.
And we'll handle wrestling tomorrow. Okay. We'll
Absolutely.
do that.
After Gem State Comic-Con, I'm back to wrestling. Like, that's been the deterrent this fucking 2 months. Is just all the prep.
Exactly. So yes, Gem State next weekend. Tomorrow, join us on the Discord. We'll be live. We'll be hanging out. Everybody's welcome. Back to the matter at hand. JR, Hollywood is burning because of these tariffs. What do we do?
Oh, there's nothing to do. I mean, to start, as a connoisseur of Italian horror films from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and I continue to collect those movies somehow, I think it's bullshit. I think it's a load of shit. Regardless of who you voted for, some people are just fucking idiots. And the Trump administration has walked it back, and I have articles to cite that. Like, that's not happening now.
Good.
Yeah, it has been walked back since the announcement. The one that I have brought up right now is from USA Today, and it has gone through, and the administration has said there are actually no real plans put on the table as of right now. And that was hours after the announcement, and nothing has come about. Nothing's really been talked about. Articles have just been recycled, the same shit. But USA Today came out and pretty much said, yeah, that we reached out, and they were like, we don't see anything, and he hasn't wrote anything or said anything else. He's kind of busy right now in fucking Sweden. Well, he's not there, but yeah. So that is right now.
Big YET.
Yeah. That is not on the table as of now. Now, for what the future holds, nobody knows. The monkey has the shotgun, and he's blowing holes in all the fucking walls. I don't fucking know. Nobody fucking knows. And unfortunately, if it happens, I think it would do more harm than good.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, it would even affect Toho's movies.
Yeah, it's one of those things like,
what?
It's not a political podcast, so I can't get
because
into
it's a foreign film that's
Yes.
trying to make it to the U.S.
I think it was more if you're a Hollywood studio filming outside of the United States, they're gonna tariff you.
From what he said, it was all all foreign-made and foreign-produced whatever films, including all movies made overseas from the U.S.
You can't listen. I think if he sees -1, he'll be like, "All right, just the U.S. films."
No, he won't, because if he's seen -1, then he wouldn't be fucking putting tariffs on HIYA.
We're gonna get to that next. That's the next one.
I know that was the second.
Listen, hold up, time out. Whoa. What? Huh? What?
Huh?
Oh, shit.
Huh?
Hold up.
Who?
I'm picking up a faint signal. Oh God, hang on. I'm picking up a
Grandpa?
faint signal. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh
Dad?
my God. Peter Jackson. Oh, Peter Jackson. I just said I hated your Lord of the Rings movies in my fucking unpopular opinion, but you're talking to me. Peter Jackson is talking to me, ladies and gentlemen, picking up a faint signal, and he says, "This is Hollywood's response." That's what I'm going to do.
Those goddamn aliens. I'm
Listen.
Get that alien pussy.
Independence Day.
Alien pussy.
Independence Day was based on a true story. I was there. I was a president. It wasn't my fault, but I inherited it. And then the aliens came down. They attacked us. So right now, we're sending 65 nuclear-armed warheads. We're gonna blow up Mars. We're not gonna allow this to happen to America. All these illegal Martians coming into this country.
We're finally unleashing the Space Force.
Space
The
Force
Space Force is launching as we speak to
Where's
take
my
out the aliens.
fucking Gundam, Donnie?
Wait.
Space Force, we're going. The Starship Troopers are on board. We're going. We're gonna destroy the Arachnid menace. Would you like to know more? Go to my website. Invest in crypto. Definitely the Trump coin. I'm not gonna pull out at the last minute and make billions upon billions of dollars for it. We're using SpaceX. SpaceX is a futuristic technology. We're building a SpaceX city that's definitely not going to be blown up, so we go to war with the Arachnids. No, that's not happening. Oh my God, we are living in Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Holy fuck!
Yes, we are in an era of fascism. Oh,
just literally.
I like legit. This was just supposed to be a fucking joke, but that joke turned into one of the greatest things this podcast has ever been. Thank you, JR.
This gin is magnificent.
Oh my God. All right. Listen, Hollywood, we love you. And in all honesty, man, I think about it. Maybe all he's trying to do is get the Space Force the movie made. And I'm for it. All right. What I'm not for, though, and this one hurts. What I'm not for, though, is HIYA says, bye, y'all, until further notice.
Yeah.
This shit right here. See
no.
That Godzilla, that 2000 beautiful Godzilla that HIYA's making, roaring up into the skies with his hands out like that. Like, why, God? Why?
Like Shin Godzilla.
Why? No, not Shin Godzilla. Godzilla 2000. Why are we here? Why is this happening? And you know what? I will start with you, Rob, because you are the resident toy guy, because you do know the ins and outs of certain things that we don't know. So why is this so important for collectors, and how can we try to stop it?
Well, unfortunately, there is no stopping it. It really is just at the mercy of who's in power and who signs on the dotted line. A lot of people seem to forget that HIYA is not Bandai. They are not Hasbro. They are not fucking Mattel. They are very much still to this point a smaller company. They cannot eat the cost of a 145% tariff charge, even if it has been dropped down to 50%.
Yeah. Last I saw was 80 now.
Yeah. Well, the talks are in place, but the problem is, along with that, sorry to interject, is we would still be facing 6 months of hardship, even if a resolution was met. where we agreed to no tariffs. We still have 6 months until shit goes back to normal.
I'll believe that when I see it from multiple sources. I've seen it from
Yeah.
one. I've only ever seen that from one. I don't know how true that is. Although in this day and age, I don't doubt that being true, but I'm going to remain somewhat pessimistic in that regard. But basically, what's going on here now is basically just that HIYA is not shipping to the US because of this.
Fuck.
That includes from direct orders, that includes to Amazon, that includes to Big Bad Toy Store. And despite what many people may think, who think that my opinion is fucking packaged and bought for, it's not. Go fuck yourself. I am also not going to be able to receive review samples as I know right now because it really is just that bad. And I don't give a fuck about me. I more so give a fuck about everybody else because we are living in a point in time where figures, highly articulated or otherwise, prices are going up. And now not only are we being screwed over, but the company in and of itself is being screwed over. HIYA Toys, as a fucking omnipotent fucking force in the world, is going to be affected by this too. Because, believe it or not, the US is probably one of its biggest fucking markets right now. So, HIYA is saying basically we're not going to be shipping out to the US is a huge blow. And if you think it isn't, Bandai isn't soliciting to the US as well. They're releasing stuff in Japan, but they're not currently scheduling things for the US. And that is why, I believe, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2000 is not up on Big Bad Toy Store yet. You can check me on that.
It's not.
It's not. So this is a really big blow for collectors, for Godzilla fans overall, and just HIYA buyers in general. We have a company that has defeated the odds and expectations time and time again for many people, not all. And now they are saying we are going to pause shipping to that of the US because it really is just that bad. And to bring more detail upon that, to really emphasize on that, that just shows that HIYA, once again, is not Bandai. They are not Mattel. They are not Hasbro. They are a much smaller company. So anybody out there saying, well, why is HIYA doing this in the middle of tariffs? It's like, I understand where you're coming from, but you're also a bit of an idiot and clearly don't know what you're fucking talking about. First and foremost, they are a China-based company. They are based out of Hong Kong. They are going to operate of and within that of Hong Kong and China. They are not directly involved and or affiliated with that of the US, save for the fact that Previews Exclusive puts their shit out on a wider basis now. This is much bigger than all of that. So calm the fanboy tears, calm the bullshit, because it's bigger than that. We are now reaching a point where tariffs are so bad that a company like HIYA cannot eat the cost of shipping a freight of just HIYA Toys Shimo out. That's how fucking bad it is. And it's terrible. It's fucking criminal. I'm not saying HIYA Toys is an indie-based like fucking studio. I imagine they're a bit bigger than that. But if a company like HIYA that's seen the amount of praise that they've been given over the last couple of years says we can't eat that fucking cost, this should be very much talking point that many of people can have.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, motherfucker, my opinion is not bought and paid for. The figures are sent to me. And I basically just state my opinion. And the next time you go mouthing off just because, you know, I made a joke or two here and there, just toss it up in my DMs before you look like a fucking idiot. All right?
Fine. I didn't know I did that.
That's not even a segment today because I was like, we are fucking jacked for time. But if you want to make it a segment, I mean, I believe I can make it a segment.
What, Jack Baton?
No, why you mad?
It's not even that we mad. It's just people are fucking jackasses for no reason.
No.
I'll talk about why I'm mad, and we can save that for the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe. All right. Well, maybe we will get a rant.
You will.
Get a rant. And if that's the case, I should really fucking put that up. All right. Anyhow, Gams, what do you think? HIYA temporarily suspends U.S. shipments because of the tariffs.
Well, I've made it no secret that my financial situation between all the moving and whatnot, IRL, has made it very difficult to collect. I don't own any HIYAs, so as a personal attachment thing, I don't have any stake in that. But at the same time, these figures are beautiful, and I've always wanted these figures, and they've been, in my opinion, for the quality, the most beautiful fucking sculpted articulations and all that sort of stuff on the market for the price. And to see that our administration has once again just screwed everybody. You know, there's a lot of people in the geek community that are of a certain way and follow our administration closely. They voted for this. By the way, they did that. But you know, that's just neither here nor there. I digress. This sucks. This sucks because now I have to wait however long until either things get resolved or he gets booted out of office or he dies, whichever comes first.
Jesus Christ, let's not do that. Fuck.
No,
hey,
listen,
he's
not even.
180.
Yeah, he's old. So, come on.
Yeah, he's older than Biden.
He's not, actually.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like 3 years older than Biden.
Let's talk about.
Okay, yeah.
No, listen. Digressing once again. This sucks. I gotta wait to even get into this once I'm financially stable enough. And yeah, the collecting community is in tatters right now. Not just on HIYA's front, but on almost every front. And I ain't having a great time, man. Ain't having a great time.
I agree. Listen, I mean, one of the things I was looking forward to the most from HIYA, outside of this beautiful Godzilla 2000, was one of my favorite Godzilla movies. I don't care what Rob says. I love you, Rob. You know
Those two figures are beautiful. Look at them.
Those two figures are beautiful. It's just a shame that they come from a piece of shit fucking movie.
Exactly. Well, in terms of
just like my favorite movie, Shin Godzilla. It's a piece of shit.
Just comes, but the figure is cool. I have one.
Look at Ghidorah's tits, bro. Look at the viscosity of those fucking titties.
Well,
bro.
to be fair,
Out of here. Look at the curve on the necks, baby. Yeah.
to be
I'm
fair,
looking at
that
the curve of them tits, bro.
Get a lot of good happy endings with that curvature.
Absolutely. You ain't goddamn right. Ladies like to talk about a curve, but let me show you a curve like that.
Right?
but does it have the jizzle physics?
Listen, if this Ghidorah had jiggle physics, I don't think Rule 34 would survive the absolute fucking bandwidth of fucking traffic they would get.
The jizzle, not the nobody cares about jiggle. It's all about the jizzle.
Listen, bro, if you want jizzle, just fucking Emma Frost, Rule 34. You'll be fine.
What the fuck's Emma Frost?
For free?
Hi, what's up?
What?
This whole situation right now with HIYA suspending, we're temporarily suspending it's U.S. shipments. Where do you lie? How do you feel?
Look, I'm a conspiracy theorist brought up by the greats, you know, the people that grew up during the 60s and 70s, good relatives, talked to them recently, fueled the conspiracy theories even further. And I have my own conspiracy theory on this. Let's be honest. It seems like a lot of these tariffs are directly only towards, well, toy companies, toy manufacturers, and that one guy named Mattel who is moving his entire country to India. That fucking piece of shit. That guy's an asshole. That Mattel fucker. How dare he move his country into India? He didn't even talk to the Indian government about doing it. Is that what they're called? The Indian government? Whatever. I don't give a flying fuck. And it just comes off as like almost okay, enough with the grown men collecting toys. Like, yeah, your kid, you could buy them 30 dolls, but really they only deserve 3, as my entire children's crib is made of solid gold. Asmon Gold paid for it with his breasts. It's ridiculous. And that's my conspiracy theory, is like, it might be like, men need to be men. They need to go back to the workforce, into the manufacturing. They need to make 4 transitions or transmissions, whatever the fuck. That's my conspiracy with it. Set that aside. HIYA, you just had to do this after I submitted my shit to you. I would have never got it. I would have never got it because I say fuck every other word, but you just had to. I digress on that one. I got fucked a couple of times which ways with this one. And then Big Bad, you don't even tell me that HIYA's doing this. My shit's still up for pre-order. I won't cancel it though, just in case. I won't.
Indeed.
Until Big Bad does it for me. But at the end of the day, what the fuck is wrong with this? I just like, give me like 6 hours with the current president. 6 hours of I just want to talk to him and be like, look,
I just want to talk to him.
I just want to talk to you. I'm not gonna yell because I work my ass off. We all work our asses off. Who the fuck are you to tell me how I spend my goddamn money? Who the fuck are you? Fuck off! You sit here and say, buy American. Bitch! What the fuck is made in America? Nothing has been made in America since the 80s, asshole! You're fucking... Dude, you're thinking of the fucking 30s. We're in 2025. The American... Not to get political, but the American economy is literally in fucking freefall because of the tariffs. What helps stimulate the American economy? Well, when China makes a figure that in China costs like $10, by the time it gets to us, it's 60. The U.S. gets a cut, customs gets a cut, China gets a cut, the company gets a cut, and now you added tariffs on that shit, which make a $60 figure $300 fucking dollars. I cannot fucking begin to fathom. And not only that, yes, I am pissed. This isn't even why I'm mad. I am fucking pissed because now I was gonna pivot my YouTube channel gradually. Now I have to go full fucking pivot. But wait! I can't review fucking movies because this asshole threw tariffs on those. What the fuck am I supposed to talk about on my channel, dickhead? Games cost over $100. I can't watch movies anymore and review them. My figures cost fucking $300. Today we're talking about Charmin Ultra and how it feels on my taint. It's soft yet firm. 6 wipes later, it might get it clean. Depends on the rip. Now, if you fold it a certain way around the hand, get a couple of layers, then maybe. But if you add the wet wipes on it, a whole other fucking experience. The dude wipes. But that's what I'm going to talk about. My asshole. Because you, motherfucker, have left me no choice but to talk about my asshole. I can't buy fucking PC parts. I can't buy consoles, games, movies, figures. What the fuck? What is supposed to make me happy? What is supposed to make us happy anymore? Fuck you. Fuck off. Life sucks. And you took away my escapes. Now all I've got is gin. Until you tax that.
Which they're going to, by the way.
Which they're going to.
No, don't say
Can't
that.
even fucking drink anymore.
Oh my God!
Sorry, it's such a fucking, it's a joke. This is a bad joke. The monkey has the shotgun, and the holes are all over the room, and he's killed 6 people. When the fuck does anything get done? When does anything happen to stop this? I guess you could tie that into my rant too.
Yeah, no, your rant is done. That was the rant. All right. Do you want to do comments or shall I do the comments?
Do the comments.
I'll do the comments. All right. That was a good plug, JR. That's not one. That was 20 minutes ago. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Steve. All right. My man, Monsterverse wrote in. I'm going to be sick. G2K bros. I'm stuck with Sakai's G2.
Damn, rip.
Oh my God. My man, Dorky, a.k.a. Alex. Rob only knows how pissed I was when HIYA said, peace, y'all.
Yeah, I got 38 text messages to prove it.
Once Darky comes back, I'm sure it's too late to submit an application to HIYA and create a collab. Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I'll read this in my Batman voice. Spider-Man says, I've had to use loopholes to import my figures from China by pre-ordering from Japanese retailers where they list the country of origin as Japan. Well, Spider-Man, you're not rich like me. I'm Bruce Wayne and you're Peter Parker. I know that because I'm Batman. I'm sorry, Spider-Man. I won't do that again. Spider-Man, once it's shipped via EMS, it goes to USPS. And I've been getting my figures since May 2nd. De
minimis.
De minimis exemption removal for China since then. And then, I'm going to start doing the Batman. Dun, 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 dun. So far, I haven't been charged on figures I've gotten, even as of now, from China-based companies. I'm just going to hope things get resolved because I hate gambling with getting a potential tariff bill.
I feel you, Spider-Man.
That right there.
Insane.
Right there, Spider-Man. Absolutely.
Oh, dude. And Spider-Man, I just got my last non-tariff figure shipped from Big Bad, and it's my NECA Pamela Voorhees. Everything after is tariffs.
I'm worried about that because, and I've said this, my HIYA figures that are up right there, the Godzilla and King Ghidorah, are on Big Bad. I'm worried about tariffs. I also got the Godzillasaurus and the Dorats and that Mothra.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are we doing? Am I gonna get hit with those? It's scary, but sorry for the long text, but this hobby was all I had to keep me from crashing out. I think that for real, for a lot of us, and God only knows, well, these fuckers here, my cohorts, they know because they got me back in. I thought I was done. I wasn't collecting no more. I was finished. I tell you, finished. And then all of a sudden,
But then us two assholes got you re-addicted to plastic crack.
yeah, and then it was Super 7 Reactions, it was Super 7 Ultimates, it was Uncle Todd, really Uncle Todd. And then it was like fucking, Studio One doing this fucking fantastic version of a fucking Godzilla I don't even like, but that evolved Godzilla is so gorgeous to look at right there up on my shelf. It sickens me too, and it makes me sad. This is where we're going. We don't need this. And again, I hate to throw shade on people that I know that put us in this position, right?
Yeah.
I do. That's why I don't like to get political on this podcast.
We all know people.
We all know people.
We all know people that
and people know us. And
yeah.
We are akin to the same thing. It doesn't matter what you get paid, or you get paid, or you get paid, or you get paid. We're all in this. And here's the deal. If you never paid attention and you didn't see it coming, it came, and it is in our fucking faces, bro. And I have not been paid as a porno star to take what just came into my fucking face. No, now I gotta dish the shit out to pay for something that I fucking like as a hobby. And this is why comic books going up way before this all happened. Going up ridiculous prices, Marvel. Okay, this is why you stop doing things you love, and it hurts as a hobbyist. It hurts as a collector. It hurts as somebody that just wants to fucking make friends that do the same fucking things you do. It fucking hurts, and here we are. And here we are. That's all I'm going to say about that. Why I'm mad.
Yeah.
All right. We get to comments? Jail. I don't even know where the comments are.
All right. We're going to start with Monsterverse Rodan. Wake me up inside. I can't wake up.
Wake me
Save
up.
me. Hate that fucking song.
All right, hold up. Let me ask y'all all a question.
Yeah.
Where was the first time y'all saw that or heard that?
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two Evanescence songs.
Yes.
Portal in that.
It was that one where fucking Elektra, Jennifer Garner, was doing her thing and the sheets were blowing in the wind and she was twisting the sides around, and then Bullseye killed her. Okay.
Yep.
That movie's a piece of shit. Dorky Film says, I'll be honest, collecting has been a massive escape and a block from doing drugs. If it wasn't for collecting, I think it would have came out worse than ever, and Trump has taken this away. I know, it's almost like he curved the spread of fentanyl and people getting addicted to it by making people just want to go do drugs because their life sucks because all their hobbies have been taken away.
It's hard. And again, look, I know people in the fandom who voted for this. I just don't believe that they thought it was going to get here. You know, like pure hearts, literal pure hearts.
Yes.
And this is where I get like frustrated, because I'm like, this was never a good idea, bro. It was never.
No.
A good idea. And I listen, and I still got love. And I will never ever. I swear on everything, I will never ever not love my people. If we rocked. We've done this podcast. We've talked outside of the podcast. If we did that and we don't agree in different ways, I'm not going to not love you. I'm not. But some people are very absent. And and you can see it now, and it hurts. It hurts.
Mhm.
Explain yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Da 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 da.
Spider-Man says, with all my hobbies being stripped from me, this podcast is all I have to look forward to, or I'd probably become a villain. Listen, at this rate, there's going to be nothing to talk about, so this is going to be a political podcast, because that's all that there will be left to talk about. That, or a Ford transmission.
No. I really will not let this get political.
No.
But we will
We're not
review
gonna
the
be
Ford transmissions.
We are the
We're
G
not going to become a car channel, though.
We are
What
the
the
G show. We're here for the geek fucking culture. That's you out there. That's the co-host, the cohorts. We are the geek culture. And yes, some things affect our lives. Right now it's happening in real time, but we are the geek culture. And you know what? We're going to continue to go to the movies. We're going to continue to buy our fucking video games at $3,000, Grand Theft Auto 6. We're going to continue to do what we do because we love it. But
This is why everybody needs to have an Xbox game share buddy to go halvesies on games with.
Absolutely.
Well, Microsoft is raising the price of their games to like $100, so.
All right. We got
Go
10 minutes left.
halvesies.
We got 10 minutes left before I call this quits. Do y'all want to call it quits here, or do you want to? Why you mad?
Why are you mad?
Why you mad?
I'm done with my why I'm mad. I popped off. I'm good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, final segment of the night. Let's do it. Why you mad? JR already went off last segment. I threw this up early. All right. I'll start with you, Gams. You mad at anything? And if you are, why you mad?
Well, I'm not really sure if I'm mad at too much besides what I've already talked about during the whole.
Did anybody else not hear him?
Oh, hello? No?
I hear him.
Can you guys?
I can hear him.
He's
Oh,
on.
it's just me.
It's you.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's wrong with you?
anyway. Oh,
it
sorry.
My bad. I muted myself. My bad.
Oh my God, that's so
What a
funny.
fucking loser.
Why you
Wow.
mad?
So embarrassed.
Beautiful
I'd
ass.
be
This is
like,
why I'm mad,
fucking
Rob. You muted
sweating.
me. What the fuck?
No, I muted myself. Fuck off. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Good God Almighty.
But I could hear you. You couldn't hear me. This is bullshit.
Man, I hear you.
Yeah.
But no, I've already really gone over why I'm mad. Did the whole tariff section with the Hollywood and the toys. Like, that's really the main thing that I'm mad about. And we're not a political channel, so I'm not going to get really deep into it. When it comes to geek culture, I haven't been really mad. I've been enjoying my Oblivion remaster. I've been getting back into wrestling after all this time. I got outlets to keep me entertained for a while. So I'm not exactly too fumed about much.
All right, fair enough. JR, you already did your fucking spiel. So
No, but I got Rob's back on this next one though. I just want to go on record and say I got his back.
Well, Rob, what are you mad at?
That's what's going on, man.
Yeah, Rob, why are you mad?
I'm mad because people like to fucking assume shit. I'm mad because people talk without knowing the goddamn facts. So let me set it straight for you. I have received review samples, which means I get figures for fucking free. My main instruction in the fucking first goddamn email I received was to please be honest because we take fan feedback very seriously. So now I look to all of you. If a motherfucking content creator tells you who to fucking watch, who's trustworthy, and who's not, you can immediately assume that a motherfucker is upset because they're not getting traction, they're not getting views, they're not getting goddamn next to fucking anything. I'm sick and tired of hearing about other content creators and their bullshit, putting words in my fucking mouth and fucking others through all of this just because you're upset your shit ain't getting viewed like it used to. Now, let me be completely fucking honest with you right now. Because right now, I'm getting fucked because of all this tariff shit. I'm going to take it on the fucking nose and I'm going to fucking move on until shit gets fucking better. You can fucking grandstand. You can fucking stand on your fucking soapbox and preach your fucking bullshit. But don't you fucking dare put goddamn words in my fucking mouth. I've got more than enough fucking problems with you all fucking ready. But now, if this is how it's going to go, my guy, DM me instead. But I know you fucking won't. Because I know when people fucking DM you, you just ignore it and don't give it a second thought. We are collectors in a space, collecting the same fucking thing. I shouldn't have to be saying this shit right now. If you're butthurt because I get shit for free and you don't, that's a personal issue. You don't got to run my shit through the fucking mud. Because the last thing you want me to do is to go public with what I've been told. The last thing you want me to do is to make you look like a fucking idiot. Because then ain't nothing going to get fucking viewed. And I'm saying this right the fuck now, and I'm not going to regret this the next fucking morning over. I'm tired of hearing about it, and I'm tired of hearing about it from fucking you. I'm tired of hearing about it from your fucking lackey. I don't give a fuck anymore. If you want to talk shit, at me. If you want to talk shit, say my fucking name. Because at the end of the day, you're fucking wrong. You look like a fucking idiot. You look like you're fucking desperate. And if you're truly fucking desperate, and if you're truly fucking worried about numbers, the last thing you should be doing is telling your fucking audience who they can and can't fucking watch. People who receive review samples can't be fucking trusted. That's a big fucking laugh when one of your homies was saying the exact same fucking thing and then got a shit ton of fucking review samples in. Check your fucking integrity at the goddamn door. Do it again. Do it again. Because I'll blow the lid off of this entire fucking establishment on this. I'm sick of hearing about you. I'm sick of hearing about the shit that you're saying about me and the shit you're saying about my fucking friends. Who I am fucking friends with, not because of the fucking perks. Follow the money? Why don't you go follow yourself into your fucking room and take a goddamn nap? I'm sick of it. If you're that fucking butthurt over views and videos not getting the traction, a wise man who just so happens to be a puppet once said, if you're unhappy with your life, change.
Yo.
And if you're not going to change, that's on fucking you. That's not on me.
If you thought this dude was drunk at the fucking earliest part of this fucking podcast, you were misled. You were misled because everything this man just said was fucking on point. Straight up, eyes straight. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say I know everything he's talking about, but good God almighty.
I know. I know everything he's talking about.
We were talking about it in Discord fucking 2 days ago.
I know everything he's talking about because I know who he's talking about.
Like, hey, yo, listen. I just want to make... Continue.
You, please continue.
I didn't get into this to start bullshit, to start a fucking blood feud. I got into this because I want to talk about toys. And if anybody's going to say that my opinion is bought and paid for, you're going to have a fucking problem with me.
But dude, he analyzed it with the college degree.
Well, to that I say, if you have a college degree in some kind of ergonomics or anything like that, and the immediate thing that you fucking read is that I'm bought and paid for, I think your college needs to be looked into because it sounds like they got their officiation from the back of a goddamn cereal box.
Or the current administration, but I digress.
He digresses, but I don't. At the end of the day, friends, neighbors, if there's a content creator that you trust with their opinions and how they tackle that of a figure review, you go ahead and you fucking watch them. If it happens to be me, fire. Love that. If it doesn't happen to be me because you think I'm cringe and I'm loud and all this other shit, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to fault you for that because, ayo, I get it. But don't let a motherfucker tell you who to not watch.
Mhm.
Because if a motherfucker telling you who to watch and their entire rhetoric is simply because they receive review samples and I don't, maybe take a second guess on what you're listening to.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that shit right there. Yeah, that shit right there.
It was fire.
Yeah,
It was a spicy meatball.
Especially if you
Anna
know who
puts
he's
it.
talking about.
yeah. Look, I love everybody out there in G-Show land. I appreciate everybody's support out there in G-Show land. I appreciate that we have every Friday today. And I understand why today was the way it was today. But I appreciate everybody being here today. Why am I mad? I'll tell you why I'm mad. Did we go through everybody? Yeah, Cam did this. JR already did this. Rob just fucking ripped one. This is why I'm mad. Because this is coming out way too late. I might be dead tomorrow. That's not why I'm mad, but you know what? At the end of the day, I want to say I love all of y'all. I want to thank everybody here because we are calling this quits right now. So, JR, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. Unfortunately, next Friday I won't be able to join because I'm going to be literally meeting up, doing things, prepping for Gem State Comic-Con. Check it out if you're there. Seriously. I'll have videos up on my channel, JR's GAM. So yeah, fucking check it out and then yeah, lick some ass. I don't know. Fucking what do you do with the rest of your night, fans? Go eat some ass.
Go eat some ass.
Agree.
Yeah.
Hard.
Rob,
wear an overcoat.
I love you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me. As always, it's a pleasure and a joy. Can't wait for tomorrow. And hey, if you want some unbiased reviews from an opinion that hasn't been bought and paid for, despite what the popular opinion might say, you can find me at ShinRobJira on YouTube, where the only thing that's bought and paid for is my toys, except when the review samples, which I am not coerced to be positive about.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me because I literally don't get anything.
JR's Gam too.
Just a good actor. My Sid from another crib, Gam. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Of course. I'm looking forward to tomorrow as well.
Oh, yeah.
Backlash is going to be great. Going to get Randy Orton versus John Cena for one last time.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I'm pissed.
It's your fault. No, it's not.
Watch Botchamania.
Watch. Whoa. Real quick. Don't worry, JR. They're going to watch Botchamania tomorrow.
You have to. Dude, the one that came out, what was that, today?
Yeah. Only because they're going to understand towards the end the Transformers references. Oh yeah. I can't wait for tomorrow, y'all. Gibbs, Shinrub, I cannot wait for tomorrow. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Seriously, as we real quick, let's hold up. Fuck. There is actually I'll do it, JR.
All right.
Dorky, I'm be honest, collecting has been a massive escape and blocked from doing drugs.
We read that one.
Oh shit! What about this one?
We read this one.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Christ, what about this?
There
one?
you go.
There you
Smuggling figures instead of toys. What a time! You got it, Spider-Man. See, he could do it because he's got webs.
Drugs.
Spider-Man, still no drugs. Oh my man. Listen, Monsterverse Rodan. That's my secret. G1. I'm always mad. Fucking same. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that movie a week before it hit theaters. And when I saw that scene, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly it. I'm mad because I want my action figures and miss getting piggyback rides, but I'm too tall for that now. Spider-Man, you swing through the city. Shut up. Dorky comes in. Does anyone No.
INS Hobbies.
INS Hobbies will stop shipping to the US. I don't know what that means. So no.
For the time being, INS Hobby appears to not be shipping to the US because just like HIYA, they are a smaller company and they likely cannot eat the cost and they don't want to put it on their US buyers.
Unfortunate.
Gotcha. JR, I'll let you do this.
Nana says Rob's vocals equal. That's a spicy meatball.
It's kind of true.
Don't make me get
My
up.
man Steve comes out. Cheers to you, Rob. Letting them people motherfucking know. Indeed.
Thank you, Steven.
Dorky comes back. Rob, I say call this certain individual out at this point. They aren't going to do anything different.
They're not going to do anything
I don't think we're at the
different.
point of naming names yet.
They're not going to do anything different if I were to call them out, and it's very clear. And at the end of the day, I'd rather have a private conversation than name names.
That's legit.
Because we're in the same space. And just because I'm over here fuming and letting the steam out of my asshole and talking about how I'm feeling, like, I'd rather just be having this conversation behind closed doors and just calling it a career at that point.
Fucking hear that. Bam, 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 bam. Love you, lads. Spider-Man, we fucking love you too. Thank you so much for always joining on Fridays. Appreciate that shit. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart. I love it. And last but not least, Alex, Dorky, good night, guys. Good night, Alex. And that
I'll DM you on Discord in a minute.
we'll be on Discord in a minute. That, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this episode of the G Show podcast. On behalf of my co-host, cohorts, who I love and fucking respect so immensely, I am G1. We are out of here. Adios.
Scratch your figures with pennies.
The